What's up, familia? We are here with our top 10 2025 Marvel Legends.
I mean, I feel like it's been ages and ages since we've sat down and done this, let alone with such good company as we have today. So I'm like excited to be here for a change.
Oh, we had to bring in the entire team for this. We have Hammy back on to manage his two dads. What's going on,
Woo!
Hammy?
Yeah, I'm here to mitigate all the fighting and bickering over which ex-woman is the most important piece of plastic or whatever you guys talk about.
I hate you
You
so
know us
much.
so well.
Yeah.
And because we needed a curveball, we have Latverian Lad back from the dead. The five have resurrected him. What's up,
Oh,
Sean?
what's going on? I'm here. So if Hammy is the son, am I like the weird European cousin that like comes over on spring break and that you see once or twice a year?
Yeah. You're the cousin who shows up for the holidays, and you're like, where does he go the rest of the year?
And this is our holiday reunion because wasn't it last year that we all got drunk and then recorded?
Oh,
Was
our
it
New
last
Year's Eve
year?
Oh
episode?
gosh. Yeah, it was like a New Year's Eve episode.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there
I
you
got
go.
So
really
long.
I can't speak for the rest of you, but I got really wasted for that episode.
We
I got
know.
really wasted before that episode.
Wait, did we drink before or no, you just drank before?
I drank
Before,
before.
during, after.
I wanted to make sure I had like a good buzz before we started and then not like getting buzzed while we were and then it was too much. It was too much.
It was over.
I gotta rewatch that video.
Well, 2025, we had some pretty incredible Marvel Legends, and we are here to discuss them. And before we begin, though, I wanted to take the temperature of all of you on how you guys felt about Marvel Legends in 2025. Do you think it was a good year, bad year? Sean, did you super glue any more figures to your ugly mirror, more so than any other year?
So I'm here in all honesty of the context is I have no idea who's on the list. So I think the guys have put the list together. I have no idea who's on the list. I couldn't tell you a single figure that came out this year, and I'm going to react live to the figures they put, and my rating is going to be mirror or no mirror. Would I glue it on the mirror? Is it nice enough to make
Oh
it
my
on,
God.
or is it too shitty a figure to even make it on the mirror?
Wow. Wow, what an incredible scientific scale for rating Marvel Legends we have today. What a privilege it is. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. So did you not
Insanity.
add anything to the
No,
mirror
I haven't
this
even
year?
seen the list. I've got to Google. I'm going to react live. So once you say them, I'm going to be Googling in the background what those figures look like to give my hot take as a non-Marvel Legends collector.
God.
Yeah, I did send him the list. I'm sorry. We're on a group chat talking about legends and going through everything. I didn't send Sean the list. I just realized that now.
It's for the best. It's for the best. I mean,
I
I've
mean,
also been brought in. I'm obviously a pretty big Marvel Legends fan, but as we all know, I've stopped the collecting. But I beg to be a part of this because to get to your question, this was like one of the best years of Marvel Legends in so long, especially if you're an X-Men fan with like
Yeah.
97 and then the comic book wave and like it's just been so good.
I think this is probably so. I don't know that we've come to a consensus every year, but this is a year that we have come to a consensus on the top 10, and I feel like it was a relatively peaceful process. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out as we're actually discussing it, and I think that just kind of speaks to it was just a strong year for Legends overall because any figure that we even brought up or we all agreed had a spot somewhere on this list. So it was just a matter of like figuring out who goes where. So yeah, it was an incredibly strong year for X-Men Legends fans in particular.
yeah, I agree. I think this year was a lot of fun. We got a lot of surprises. One figure that's not on the list, but I was going to talk about in broad strokes was the Age of Apocalypse Gambit because I found that actually when I was in Montreal with Hammy and Sean, and I think that sort of epitomized why I love this hobby so much was finding a figure out in the wild, being very surprised by it, and being with friends about it, and being able to like react to it, and it also had like a little bit of a gunk on its nose, and having to like dip off, the gunk. Um,
Old
it goes to
school.
show you old school. It just goes to show you that this is a hobby that really like unites people and like has a lot of like conversation pieces. So I don't know. I thought, and I still think that this year was a golden age for Marvel Legends. I think we are really living through a time that we should all just be happy about, because the alternative are those dark years where we had no Marvel Legends, or the X-Men had some kind of embargo on them. So I don't know. I'm really grateful for Legends this year, and especially coupled with the stream today. I mean,
Yeah.
Kitty and Colossus looks so good.
Colossus was my gateway drug. I started getting the Marvel Legends back in the original early 2000s, stopped. Then I randomly off of no reason whatsoever went to a comic book shop. I saw the Marvel Select Colossus and I was like, what a beautiful figure. I'm going to get that. And then he sat on my shelf alone and I was like, let me go see what they got. And I was like, oh, Wolverine, oh, Iceman, oh, and the whole like Juggernaut wave. And then I was like, well, let's find a few more. Let's go on eBay. Let's see what else there is.
It
Okay, let's
wasn't
get
Dayspring being
Magneto.
like, Dayspring just like, have one. The first one's free, Hammy. Just try this
It's like a
Colossus.
shot of vodka with
Yeah.
Dayspring. Except all of his Colossuses are just empty cups.
We've, we're not gonna rehash
No,
old
that was last year.
old beefs.
Mm, mm, mm,
Mm.
mm.
Mm. I think that the Colossus and Kitty two-pack, I mean, we got the other three. We got Emma, Scott, and Logan. Really nice figures of them. It was obviously, of course, there might be another member on the list today, the fourth member that we discussed. We'll see. But no, they had to complete that team, and I think they did a really good job. That Colossus costume with its like flat boots and like flat shoulders can look a little awkward, and like the Toy Biz version of the Astonishing costume kind of fell flat for me. So it was cool to see Hasbro like take another stab at it and succeed more. And their track record on Kitty figures is a little hit or miss, but this one looks like it might be in the hit column. So I'm excited. I'm excited to complete any team, even the Joss Whedon team.
Wait, what Kitty figure was a hit or a miss for you? Just out of curiosity.
So I think for the time, the Juggernaut Wave Kitty figure was all right, but she didn't. She obviously hasn't held up too well. And then the Excalibur three-pack Kitty, I like. I love everything, of course, except for the hair. She doesn't have her curly Alan Davis hair, so that it's a miss unless you modify it, which of course I have. She has her nice curly wig on. So that kitty, as she comes, is a miss that I've turned into a hit.
By the way, as you were saying that, Hammy's camera zoomed in on his face.
Yeah, we
I don't
got
like being so close to the camera. It really makes me feel
Just
uncomfortable.
makes me think that Hammy has something like sinister to say. Back to that. Wait,
you.
I'm not wild about that Excalibur Wave Kitty, or not Excalibur Wave, excuse me, that Excalibur three-pack Wave Kitty, just because I think she looks like more like the nanny from the '90s, like Fran Drescher from the '90s. No insult, of course, but like you said, she doesn't have that Alan Davis hair. But I think the problems with that are a little bit more deeper. And Hammy, I'm curious about your feels on that one. Was she part of the lot you sold?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I had
Shame.
three of the Juggernaut Kitty Prides because I was just putting them in every team I could because it was the only Kitty Pride we had. So, it was in my makeshift Astonishing. It was in my like generic like Jim Lee-ish kind of like generic X-Men wave. It was in my one with just the Colossus where I had couples. And then yeah, I had Excalibur, but I never put it on display because I was pissed off that they didn't give us a Rachel. Which
Well,
yeah, yeah. The not even kidding. I also like didn't put X Force out because there was no Feral. And look at the year you boys have had because I sold all of my figures.
right,
Just teams
right.
on teams on teams on teams.
I mean, you knew this would happen, right? Like, did you really think that they were going to leave us one team member short of all these teams forever?
Yes. Go back to any of the podcasts we've all done about this. I used to be like the biggest Hasbro hater. I was like, it's all a money game. They're never going to finish the teams. They're only doing this to like keep us buying.
It's all coming back.
Yeah. And then this stream that they did was so nice because they are really feeding everyone now. Like, I take back every bad thing I've said about the Hasbro team, especially the ones who do the live stuff. Like, they obviously care so much and are doing everything they can to, like, get us everything we need.
What if it was just you guys bullying them from this podcast, and that's what like changed everything? And you guys like single-handedly are the heroes responsible for people getting the end of their collections.
Thank you for noticing, Sean. Thank you for giving us the credit we deserve for advocating for these teams for the last 5 years, confronting them to their faces about Rachel Summers.
Wouldn't be the first time someone did something out of spite to prove me wrong, so.
Shall we dive into our top 10 list?
Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for.
All right. Well, Hemi, why don't you kick us off at number 10 then?
All right. Number 10, we had some discussions about, but it was on my list. It was only on my list for a hot minute till Paul added it to his, but number 10 is the Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine. Ooh, contentious, I bet, with everyone listening.
It's not contentious with me. I thought that was a great Wolverine. I will call that a definitive Wolverine, especially the way he can crouch, the way his claws are rendered, his paint apps. I don't know. I think that's a near flawless figure, and you get a Silver Samurai too with it.
That's a bonus.
You get a Silver Samurai accessory.
I mean, listen, I can't hate on it. The only thing is I don't have him.
Come on, that is like the biggest hate. That is like the mic drop of hate.
No,
you're like, I can hate on you. I just don't have him.
I have to be fiscally responsible. No, it's actually not about fiscal responsibility. It's about I don't have fucking space. Okay, so I bought him. I just didn't keep him. I split the 2-pack with my coworker, but I did get to pose him a bit. He does get down there in like a really cool, like crouching fighting positions. He's a nice figure, and I look forward to them releasing the brown costume on this new body. That will be something. It was a little more stylized for me than what I think of. Like he had the big Capcom mask. So it's not that that's inaccurate to anything. It's just not my preferred. So we know they love to reuse a body, especially a Wolverine body, again and again. So we're absolutely going to get the brown costume. We're absolutely going to get a less stylized tiger stripe, and I will buy both of those. And because they're dicks, they're going to give us a new astonishing Wolverine on this body too, even though they just gave us one like 5 minutes ago.
Sounds correct. I don't get excited about Wolverine figures. They've never really done it for me. Anytime there's just a new one, I go and get it because I'm like, okay, replace the old one. But this is the only time I've ever looked at a Wolverine figure and been like, oh wow, this... Like, I think there might be better figures that came out this year than this Wolverine, but I think because this one is, to me, the definitive Wolverine that I would put in my collection, I needed to put it on my list.
I have to tell you, I love the release of this figure along with the other 2-packs. It just felt so celebratory, and it was on Amazon, and then like when it finally got delivered, you opened up and it looked great. My biggest regret on this figure is not the actual figure itself, but when I went to Kith for the Marvel vs. Capcom collaboration, I picked Mega Man over the Kith exclusive version of this character model, and I was so upset about it because I should have just gotten that, and I don't know. I'm all in on this figure. I think it's fun. I think it looks great. As a Wolverine figure, I think this is the best you could hope for.
So I've just Googled the figure, and as the resounding opinion on this,
dying.
I think his blade effects look very fun, and I think that makes this figure. And if you're gonna get a Wolverine figure, so if I were to buy, I don't have any Wolverine figures on the mirror, but if I were to buy one, this one looks like a good one to get. So I'm giving it mirror worthy.
Yay!
I'm sorry, you have no Wolverines on your mirror? Hang on, I'm looking at London photos. I can't believe
Oh,
that.
my
Yeah, I
god.
don't think there is one.
Wow. No, listen, I mean, you know your ugly mirror better than any of us here. Wow, no
Yeah.
Wolverine. So this Wolverine would actually get the super glue
Yes.
treatment onto your mirror.
Yeah. Definitely.
Somebody
And
out
it comes
there
and it comes with
can.
the Silver Samurai, so it's a buy one get one free. So there you got like
Buy
you're
one
getting a
get
money's
one.
worth. Yeah.
$90 buy one get one free.
Is he $90?
Canadian.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Canadian.
maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well, I
in leaves.
well, and also on like the secondary market as well, though, because all these figures, with the exception of like Cap and like Venom, they're nowhere to be found. Like Psylocke and the Thanos accessory, that's like absurd on the secondary market.
let's see how much he costs on
Okay.
eBay. Okay, so looking on eBay, Marvel vs. Legends, Wolverine Silver Samurai 2-pack, £60 99. So that's what? Just over $100 Canadian. Yeah, so
Kind of
it's quite
pricey.
yeah, it's
It's
kind
kind
of
of pricey.
pricey.
Because
Yeah.
it's the definitive Wolverine.
Number
some.
10. Number 10. Who's number 9, Flink?
Okay, so actually, I'm really excited because this is the first year that I've been organized enough to like have all of the figures here with me. So number
Except
number
Wolverine.
9 is Marrow. Lovely, lovely Marrow. And I honestly am like really shocked that this one required as much debate. This was actually probably the most contentious figure that we discussed.
That's true.
And I really don't understand why, because like we've been asking for Marrow forever, and Dayspring specifically, we've argued over which Marrow we should get, and this Marvel versus Capcom look is the one you wanted, and you still had to be convinced. This is a great figure. I'm obsessed with her. Please tell me why she didn't deserve a spot on this list.
Why doesn't she have an alternate head? Like, she should have an angry alternate head with, like, the crown, like, bone on it.
That is the one complaint that I have. She should have her signature bone crown, but obviously I'm not upset about it. Look at her. I mean, you're right. I was about to say she's beautiful, and I really shouldn't be saying Mara is beautiful.
Well, her head looks more like Rachel Summers, like an alt head for Rachel Summers, than Marrow. That would be
That's
my.
fair.
But listen, I love the Zero Tolerance era. I love Marrow so much. Obviously, Marvel versus Capcom 2. I will die by that video game. So I'm glad we have her. And it did require a little bit of debate. On my end, it's also because I wanted to put another character that I will discuss later on in this spot. However, there is no doubt that Marrow was required for an X-Men collection, and the fact that we got her, that's why she is on this list. I'm happy we have her. I just would have tweaked her a little bit. That's all I would have done.
One tiny thing on her face. You would have made her uglier, which is fine.
I would have made her uglier, right? Go.
For me, the Marrow issue was the figure itself didn't spark any sort of joy to me.
But she's Marrow. She's depressing.
Well, this could be the problem, right? But I just when we started discussing it, I realized like all the arguments I had for why I wanted my characters to be on, Marrow did, and maybe did better than some of them. So how can I deny
So
Marrow a
diplomatic.
spot when it's so well articulated, it's so detailed, like the bones have shading on them, like actual like paint apps on them. The figure looks exactly like it's from the comics. Like I can't deny that it's one of the best figures of the year. It just, to me, it didn't spark anything.
It didn't spark joy.
No.
For
Sean,
me, it's
has it
always
sparked joy.
Sounds like I'm googling it right now.
No, so I think it's a really well painted figure from the pictures I'm looking at.
How
It
do
is.
to a mirror?
And I think Hami articulated exactly what I was gonna say, which is this figure, like they put a lot of effort into I'll call like a B class character where it's like only people, like I don't think many people will know who she is. I only know her from the video game. I know Paul's like, but she
I'm
looks amazing.
so aghast right now. Did you not vote for her on the X-Men theme during the Krakoan era?
No, I did not. But this figure looks really cool, though.
I'm not
Like,
going
if
to
you're
go
a
into
Meryl
that drama.
fan, the hair is really good. The face is really well painted. So I think, like, if you're a Meryl fan, this is definitely like you'll be happy with this figure.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, listen, I still hope we get, super ugly, evil, two heart Gene Nation Marrow. But this for being, Marrow 2.0, maybe even a little 3.0 with the pretty face. I think it's a beautifully executed figure. I'm just very happy to finally be able to say that I have Marrow in my collection. And yeah, to Sean's point, she's a I don't want to say unpopular, but she is not a well-known character, and they went
No,
this
that is
hard
absurd.
Yeah.
on
Don't
the figure.
dignify Sean's argument right here. Don't dignify
You
it
know,
right
she
here. Mero
is.
is a well-known character. Absolutely a well-known. No, don't even listen to him. Flink, look at me. No, absolutely not. She is a well-known character. Don't fall into their trap.
She is a well-known character by name. I think a lot of X fans would, if you said Marrow, they'd be like, "Yep, that's the redhead bone girl. I know exactly who you're talking about." If you said, "Tell me some of the stories she's involved in," I think a
Yeah.
majority of people would fall flat on being able to do that.
I think even most X-Men fans could probably only name one big one, I think.
Okay, wait. Here's the thing, though. I just want to say about Marrow, because it's not that I didn't want Marrow or any of that. It's just that Marrow was a highly anticipated figure, right? And when I think of Marrow, I think of like that Joe Mad issue with like Spider-Man, where she looks a little bit more maniacal. And I think whoever said it earlier just now, I think she looks too much like the art in Marvel versus Capcom. It's too clean of a figure. That
Yeah.
is just my little no. I'm not saying that it's not a good figure. I'm not saying that we didn't need her, but like when you hold that, for example, that 5-inch like Toy Biz Generation X Marrow, which is based off of the Chris Pacello Gene Nation costume with like the scales on her skin, that is a work of art. So unfortunately for Marrow, even though let's dignify Sean's point of view here, that she's not a well-known X-Man. She got the royal treatment in the 5-inch like Toy Biz era. I was expecting something like that for this figure. I think had she been released under the Gamerverse umbrella as a 2-pack, I think I would be a lot more happy than actually a single carded release. How about that? I want
I
my
think that's fair.
I want my conscience clear here because I'm happy we have Marrow, but I'm sorry to say this. I think it's just too Capcom. I want it more comic book.
I
Sorry.
can we just roll the footage back from years past where we have been discussing Marrow, and I'm like, I want her ugly, I want her Gene Nation evil, disgusting, I'm going to put her with my villains. And you're like, no, she needs to be Marvel versus Capcom. And then we finally get her, and I'm like, yeah, we got a really great representation of this figure that you wanted. And you're like, oh, she could be the ugly version from Gene Nation. And I'm just like, oh, Dayspring, never change.
Because I want the gameplay footage of Marvel versus Capcom, not the art. Sorry.
I'm giving her not Mirror.
Oh.
And I think because of Hammy, it doesn't spark any joy. So she wouldn't go in the mirror. But she's got
Fine.
banging hair, though. The hair is really
does.
good.
It's very, the hair is great. They nailed the hair. I'm pretty happy with the hair as well.
It's kind of the hair I'm trying to go for. I'm growing my hair long so I can kind of get this like swooshy, bangy
Yeah, Marrow
You
hair.
know what?
Marrow hair.
Yeah, you actually do have Marrow hair. Look at that. You are Marrow. Even the shade right now, it's a little reddish in this light.
Or lack
This-
of.
Yeah, lack of. Yeah. This is not a video episode.
Okay. Okay.
Who's gonna tell him?
Oh, my friend, those YouTube comments are coming in now. All right, coming in at number 8, I'll say it, is Feral. And I'm curious, Flink, what are your feels?
This is
on
the one
Feral?
you guys were waiting on, the pink one that every episode for the last 5 years I've had to listen to while I'm at the gym. That we need a hot pink.
And does it look hot pink? Does it look hot pink?
Does it
to
look
you?
hot pink?
Okay.
It does not.
So, as Sean has politely reminded the audience who could never forget the broken record that I have been calling for a feral figure for years and years. So, personally, I wanted her a little higher than number 8, but because she is wearing purple and is not the hot pink cat lady that I've been demanding, I relented. I relented. But you can't, come on, you cannot deny that this is still a good looking figure. That face, that is Rob Liefeld, fucking X Force #1 cover in plastic form. That is exactly that image. It's so good. Right? Right?
Yeah, it's we've been begging. We've been begging. I sold all my toys so that you guys could get this figure so you could finish your teams, okay? So I needed to have her on the list. I did have her lower on my personal list, but maybe that's out of spite. I'm unsure. I'm just jealous. I don't want her to be good. I've seen the community kind of complaining about her, but I haven't really figured out where the complaints are coming from. Like, not enough hair detail. Like, we've waited this long to get a figure that, in my head, it's always been like, oh, it's taking a long time because we have to do a whole new sculpt and it's going to be this like hairy, like very, and we got like a little hair on the legs, a little elbow hair, a little, not the amount of time we've been waiting
This figure reeks of they were bullied by this podcast and they were like, we just got to get this one out, guys. Just get it out. Get that mold done quickly.
And yet, it's not even close to being the worst on the X-Force shelf. I mean, that by far and away is Siren is the worst on the X-Force shelf. I wouldn't even say, like, let me look. I actually have an X-Force display now. Not to rub it in your face, Hammy, sorry.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, no. I mean, Siren is really the only one on that shelf that I would say is not a great figure. I mean, Boom Boom could be updated. But anyway, I'm going off.
No, Boom Boom is perfect. Don't you dare.
Fine. I'm not in the mood to argue. But if we want to know why someone doesn't like Feral, why don't we ask Dayspring? Because you didn't have her very high on your personal list at all.
I didn't even have her on my list at all. I was being a team player. I was coming to the table for all of us. Listen, okay, first of all, I agree with you. The Rob Liefeld head, 100%, yes, without a doubt. Listen, because I value our friendship and I have listened to you, pink cat lady. And the thing about her is that, like, we've been talking about this figure since we did that interview with Ryan Ting like 20 years ago. And there was so much conversation about how she gets done, the tail, everything. And it just felt a little bit more one and done. Like, no production budget went to her versus other characters in that wave, I think, got a budget, and we'll talk about them. I was just shocked that Feral did not get that budget. I'm also curious why they didn't do more fur on her, like Hammy was saying. It's like she has these weird blotches of fur, but nowhere else, when other characters in that wave have fur all over them. And I'm sorry, because I love you. Because I love you, I wanted her to be hot pink.
Which she should be. These are all fair points. But throwing back to that same Ryan Ting interview, which, by the way, I'll never forget, was January 6th, 2021. This what a great day. But he mentioned that they weren't sure if she should be hairy, if she should not be hairy. The art is inconsistent, which is a really polite way to describe the art in X-Force in the 90s. So I feel like they just wanted to do a little bit of both and didn't fully commit to either direction, which I agree is kind of a bummer. But I don't think you can say that she didn't get any budget. I mean, her entire outfit is molded with creasing, with fabric creasing. Her little side cutouts, there's no modesty on this figure. I mean, I don't know. Do I wish she was hot pink? Yes. Am I upset about the lack of body hair? If I was dating her, yes, but not as an action figure.
Listen, regardless, we needed her to complete X-Force.
Yeah.
She's not so much as like Wolfsbane, where I was like, oh man, they did Walgreens, Wolfsbane, and then they had to do a make good with X Factor. Like, it's not that kind of situation. Like, I think she's good, and she is. By the way, for all the hate I'm giving right now, she is deserving to be on this list. I mean, that is a character that doesn't even have an Uncanny X-Men.net page, and she deserves a lot more respect than she's being given. And we love our friends
Put
at
some
Uncanny
respect.
X-Men.net, and we know they listen. So just giving them love and teasing them playfully.
I mean, if they need somebody to do, a deep dive on Farrell, I'll just go ahead and do it for them. It's fine. I love her.
She's a resounding no mirror.
Sounding no mirror.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
No cats allowed. Allergic.
I think the only thing interesting about the sculpt is the head. I think everything else looks like a sculpt from like 20 years ago. Like it looks like an action figure that they could have produced when I was a kid.
So
I don't.
The Egyptians sculpting it out of stone, when I was young.
This is my issue with the figure too, but I don't know if it could have been done. It looks right out of the comic though. Like I look at the figure and I'm looking at like all the images and I'm like, they couldn't have sculpted it differently. Like it's. But I agree. The character itself doesn't lend. Like the costume itself doesn't lend to a very intricate sculpt, but they've crushed it in terms of other than color and amount of hair, I think. But
She is missing a necklace, I will say. She should have like a little skull. But again, inconsistent art. Like sometimes she had it in the comics, sometimes she didn't. This is, Liefeld or Capullo on a lazy day, which is fine. We all have them.
Listen, I think again, like she was someone that we definitely needed on part of our team and to complete X Force. And like I don't know why, like in my head canon, I just picture her like part of a 2-pack with like Wildside and just like a very colorful. I know it's them fighting. That's sort of how I would have wanted. So I have an unrealistic bar for this character. But to Sean's point, though, I'm going to disagree with you. This does not look like a figure you would have gotten 20 years ago. Because if you had gotten this
No.
figure 20 years ago, she would be a repaint of what was it, Black Cat's body?
Yep.
I forget.
Yep.
Black Cat's body with like fur super glued on it, and it would be a Toy Fair exclusive. And you would open that up, and you would cry if you got her.
I actually think Sean would put that one on his mirror. That one sounds
would.
ugly enough to go on the mirror.
Yeah, that one
Okay,
That one's
sounds
kind of
bad.
iconic with the fake fur glued onto her.
It literally exists. This is a real
love,
thing.
Love.
Okay.
And she is wearing hot pink.
She is hot pink in that one. You are right. You are right. All right. Number 7. Sean, do you want to introduce number 7?
Does he have the
Number
list?
7. I do have the
wait.
list. I'm looking at it
Listen.
now.
Oh,
Number
thank God.
7 is our favorite shapeshifter, Morph. And I will
Oh,
kick
he's
off.
waving.
Yeah. This is in your top 10 list. I mean, they're quite basic. No, it's got a fun.
Woo! Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Oh my goodness. That's it. We're zooming in on Flink right now, and it's going to be the Kill Bill sirens.
Yeah. Okay, talk me
I was
through the
gonna
rationale here. Talk me through the rationale here.
Well, I was going to say, I think this is the most controversial choice on the list because every time I've mentioned loving this figure, I've gotten some crap back like, okay, Spider-Verse, or like it looks like the Spot from the Spider-Verse. And I'm like, okay, so the action figure for a gender nonconforming character who looks like a cartoon, even when he's not starring in a cartoon, looks like a cartoon. I'm like, it's a great representation of the character. The head sculpt is a huge improvement over the Age of Apocalypse Morph figure. His little male presenting head is also super cute. If I knew where I put my VHS Morph figure, I would probably try to put that head on it. I don't know if it fits. And I don't know. I feel like they could have very easily cheaped out on this and just re-released the VHS Morph figure with a new head, but they didn't. They actually took the time to give us an all-new sculpt with like properly proportioned for the character. They're not beefy. They got the little skinny legs. Like, I don't know. It It looks
So
and look how cute with his little with their little waving. It's a really great figure. And hold on, it's like a buy one get one free because he comes with a Gyric head, which you can slap on a suited body and have everybody's favorite bigot. I mean, and like I don't know, I if this figure was released like on its own, if his Gyric figure was actually released, he might make it onto my top 10 list because I'm always happy to get, everybody knows that bigoted humans are like mutants' true enemy. So I'm like always really happy to add another bigot to my display for the X-Men to beat up on. So
That's the name of this
all that
episode.
to say,
yeah,
all
to
that
beat
to
on.
say, he's there. Excuse me. All that to say, they're a twofer, possibly a threefer if the male presenting head fits on the other morph body, and that is why morph has made morph. I think I had at like number 3 or number 4 on my list. Like I went to the map.
Yeah, you went to town. You went to
Okay,
town on
so-
Morph.
as I would say, if I was making Morph, it should come with more heads.
It
'Cause that,
came with
like-
3
But no, but
More
like I
heads?
think that so I think that always you want
in
more
this
heads.
economy.
So-
That's true.
I think given like the amount that they changed in the cartoon, I think that's what would make this figure fun. Is if it literally came with like 6 different heads you could put on.
Look at his cutie little waving hand, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, look at their cutie little waving hand. I'm so mad at this.
No, but I know what you're saying, Sean, because I think some of the magic of that we got spoiled with that original 5-inch Toy Biz figure, which we got the
He had 4 heads. I'm so sorry.
evil morph head, the Cyclops, the Wolverine, and then the regular. But I have to say, with the exception of like the head accessory, I think the figure looks great. I mean, I think that also represents one of the best things that Hasbro can do, translating a 97. Hi. I don't know why I'm waving at your figure. I'm like, hi.
I know.
I have this on my desk at work, and people come by and say hello to Morph.
They're just so charming.
Yeah,
Every time you put them up there, I feel like I want to wave back for no reason.
yeah, they are a very charming figure. I think the rendering is beautiful because when we were doing the list initially, you compromised and had them behind Feral, and I was like, absolutely not. I mean, this is a far superior figure to Feral, and more so than other figures on this list. To be honest with you, I think they're represented very well in Marvel Legends format. I would have just added a little bit more bells and whistles, which is such like a nitpicky thing to say, but the paint apps look great. They look identical to how they appeared in the series. So I haven't done the head swap yet, though. I haven't seen if the VHS morph heads can work and what the status is with the Age of Apocalypse. If you can take the 97 head and put it on the Age of Apocalypse body. I haven't
think
done
you
that.
can. I think I've seen the 97 on the AOA. I don't think I've seen the male presenting head on the VHS figure. But I don't know. Like if you're gonna do Morph, this is Morph, and they're a cutie.
Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Morph wasn't going to be on my list. Morph wasn't going to be on my... It's Pavlovian to wave to Morph. It's crazy. Yeah, they weren't going to be on my list, but I think I really like their character in the show, so like I'm a little biased. Like they're one of my favorites in 97, so like I'm very excited to get a figure. But also, I guess if I'm looking for good things, I much prefer how the jacket fits on this figure. It's a lot more slimming. On the other Morph figure, it's very chunky, very big, very... Yeah, it wasn't like a very good fit. And he as in Morph from that one, not they as in the Morph from this one, but the early 90s, I guess they're both... Anyway, was so bulky and masculine. And, like, it's nice that if we're going to have a character who's non-gender conforming, to have a body that's non-gender conforming for that figure. I do think it looks a little Spider-Verse-y, but it's pulled perfectly from the show, so...
I have not seen any of this conversation about the Spider-Verse, comparisons here. The only thing I'm going to add to this is I'm looking at images of the VHS morph, and the VHS morph does not look, with the exception of like the evil head, but the standard head does not look like morph in the animated series. This one, the 97, looks how they were rendered in 97, and I appreciate that. And I think it's also just like, by the way, I'm very dumb, which is like, oh my god, it's just a colorful, bright action figure. Like, I think the paint apps really sell me for this one, which is, the VHS one. I don't like the self shading, and because you ruined it for me, Flink. I always see when I see the self shading, I think they wet themselves, or Wolverine or Cyclops, or like all these like weird splotches look like they wet themselves.
Well, none of that here, fortunately. All right, everybody say bye.
Bye, more.
Buy more, buy more. All right,
Miss you.
Flink, why don't you introduce number 6?
Okay. Oh, great. All right. No, I'm actually that makes it sound negative. It's not negative. The only thing negative about it is the fact that it is Beast. But it is a very, very good Beast. This is a figure of the X-Men's biggest asshole from when he was at his most assholiest. But this is still about as perfect a Beast figure as we're likely to get. I know a lot of folks are not fans of the Tony the Tiger look. I always liked Kitty Cat Beast. I'm a feral fan, so give me more mutant kitty cats. I'm all for it. But I mean, the size, the alternate heads, the fur detailing, the articulation, everything is like super spot on about this figure. And I'm probably the reason. I'll take full accountability. I'm probably the reason this figure is lower on the list because it's just Beast on principle. I had to lower it. I'm sorry.
That's so fair. That's so fair.
Hammy, you take it from here because I'm going to rant.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I love this figure. There are very few figures that turn me on, and this is for sure one of them. Like, this is one of the hottest figures. It's so well done. I just think him in his little wrestling singlet, the costume is so good, but the detail on all the hair and everything is good. The blue is so bright and crisp. I think, yeah, it's a good figure, and the size and the mass and the volume of it is just so fitting to a character whose name is Beast.
I mean, for everything you just said, I agree.
I just want to follow up real quick between this figure and Morph. I really feel like Hasbro has finally got the X-Men blue and yellow correct.
Yeah.
This finally looks like the blue and yellow in the comic books that all the X-Men Legends figures should have been wearing thus far.
It's like a nuclear yellow.
His what kind of costume is that? Let's be like you. It's you're saying it's a wrestling figure, but it doesn't have. No, but like it's cut under the pecs. Like there's no way that would stay up though. Can you imagine? He constantly.
Sean.
Maybe for little latted bitches like you, but men with real lats can hold that up.
Is that from your 4-foot perspective?
I just fit in the one boot. Oh, he doesn't have boots. Yeah. Never mind. Those would be pants on me.
Can you imagine you're like fighting crime in that outfit, and you'd constantly be like hiking it up as it like falls down?
It's unstable molecules. It just does, Sean.
Talk to Reed Richards about it. I don't know, Sean. Like, talk to Reed Richards. Send a complaint to the Baxter Building.
It's a great figure.
How does Emma keep them in? We don't know. There's magic, psychic, gravity.
Yeah, her latent psychic abilities keep it up.
Yeah.
Her costume up. I think this figure looks great. I found him in London, and I was ready to like be theatrical and talk about how much I hated the figure, when I initially saw him, but I can't hate on him. He looks so good. Second only to the retro card Beast with the lab coat. I think that's how good this figure is. The fur looks really great. And it's also part of the John Cassaday art that when it was good, it was good. And it translates really well into the figure. So I would have put him higher on the list, but we are a community here, and we were putting this list together. But I think he's a flawless figure. I think if we were going to get an Astonishing Beast, as compared to the Astonishing Beast we got like decades ago, which was like
we don't know her.
Big. We don't know her, which was like this little like turd that was on your collect. No one wanted to display. I think this figure is it is a slam dunk. I'm happy with the figure.
I think I would say I actually like this better than the Retro Card Beast. That's a great figure, and I like probably overall like that
No, you're
look for
insane.
Beast more.
You're just arguing with me now.
Look
No.
at this
Link's
detail on the
right.
leather cuff with his
Of
fur
course, you're going to
coming
side
over.
with Blake.
Like, look at
I know.
that.
Yeah, they
Look
took the
at
time to
that.
sculpt the fur going over
They did.
it. Yeah.
Had they
And,
given
like,
that attention to Farrell would have been higher on the list.
I agree, but like, look, all the fabric is pulling here in the back as it would in this
Yeah.
unitard corset boob enhancing thing he's wearing here. Listen, take it up with Reed Richards and John Cassaday. All right, I don't know what to tell you. This is
Right. And by the way, Sean, that conversation was happening back in 2005. So you're like 20 years too late for this comment. Like,
Are you saying
everyone
I'm
was
young?
asking about that.
Yeah,
Oh, before I was born?
yeah.
Oh,
Before I was
never mind.
born, he's got it.
Okay,
There's
so-
like boning in it. That's what it must be. He's
It's
like
a corset.
it's a
just
yeah bone corset. It's got like structure. Yeah,
I mean, look, he's got a little boning on it here.
the figure's really
Like-
good though.
It's a really good figure.
Yeah.
As you can see, I prefer angry face, but both of the head sculpts are really, really good.
Yeah.
Good
and,
job, Hasbro.
You know, it's reminiscent for me of that X-Men Legends wave. What was it when X3 came out? Those figures that we got, and we got a kind of like Cat Beast during that
Stealth
era.
Beast.
Stealth Beast. That's what this figure invokes, like that kind of like wonderment and love. So again, I think what a wonderful way to render the character here. And by the way, he wasn't a deluxe figure. He wasn't a build-a-figure. He was just your standard figure on these mini comic book waves.
And that's why Farrell didn't get the budget.
So is he
Throw
going
the
on the
heroin.
ugly mirror? Is he going on the ugly mirror?
No, because the outfit bothers me too much.
He's too
Yeah.
heavy for your stupid
Yeah.
mirror.
So far, the
Yeah,
only
the
one
blue
that's
isn't
made.
strong enough.
I think Wolverine's the only one so far that would have made the mirror.
Right. So
That's
Wolverine,
crazy.
Marrow
Yeah.
did not make it. Feral, Morph, or Beast did not make it.
No.
Okay, that's harsh, man. Like you're being
Hey,
In the
savage.
golden age of Marvel Legends, and not only Wolverine makes it to the mirror so far.
Yeah.
That is something.
All right,
But there might be. Look at the list. There might be a few more that might make it.
Okay, bueno, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see. Because our next one, Hammy's going to introduce.
This one is actually interesting. I'm glad I get to introduce it because it's almost the opposite of Marrow for me. I don't really love the figure, but it sparks so much joy that I had to put it on my list. Like I look at it and I'm like, oh, this figure is too nice to put on my list. Oh, by the way, it's Emma Frost from the '97 series. Woo!
Ooh.
It's so good, right? But like, I'm happy with my Hellfire Emma. I don't really need a more cartoony Emma. The windswept hair is very nice. I know windswept hair is its own category of thing, but like the Hellfire one is similar enough that like I wouldn't need a new one, I guess.
I can understand saying that because it does obviously have a lot in common with the Hellfire one, but just the one thing that sets it apart besides the prettier head is the fact that it can stand. It doesn't have gummy leg. Like, am I the only one that's Hellfire Emma? Like, has always had like a crooked leg, standing all janky. But okay, before I like rant and rave and hoot and holler about this figure, I just need to circle back to conversations that Dayspring and I would like have been having for literally decades that really encapsulates like just how far that we have come with Marvel Legends. Because as you mentioned, we have the Hellfire Emma 2020. We were gooped that figure even existed because, you know, we were told explicitly by the highest levels of people at Toy Biz that we would never, ever get a panties and corset Emma Frost figure at retail because retail was
Jesse
the
Falcon
only...
on Poosh.net back in 2005. Sorry.
And this is before you could order online. So retail was the only venue at the time. So Walmart called all the shots. So, you know, just getting her in that exclusive set in 2020 was like a super huge moment. But like, here we are, it's 2025 and the impossible has happened. We didn't just get panties and corset Emma, but she's based on a cartoon. She's actually kind of aimed at children and she's on the pegs at Walmart. Fuck you, Jesse. No, don't put that in there. Don't put that in there.
Keep that in there.
This figure is kind of just it's been a journey to get here, and even if she wasn't a beautiful figure, I would rate this figure so very high. And like Tammy said, like, yes, it is kind of a cartoonier version. And that's why it isn't like number 1 or number 2, I think. But she's not as cartoony as like Cable is.
Morph.
So yes. So it like she at least works in like a standard comics display. She's beautiful.
This figure's so good. This is like so far the best. Well, yes, it should be the best because it's the highest one we've done so far. But this is the ideal Emma. If I had, I have an Emma on my mirror actually, but I would happily replace her with this one. I just googled the Hellfire one. I think this one looks better than the Hellfire one because the Hellfire one has like really bad light blue eyeshadow and her eyes look quite crooked. So she kind of looks like a wonky drag queen. The other one, whereas this one looks more like Emma. I love this figure. I think this is
wonky
so good.
Drag queen is not
It's
too
my drag
far
name.
off.
Wonky drag queen.
Fair.
Yeah.
Emma has looked like a wonky drag queen more than once in her life.
But like both heads on you get the bob, if you get the windswept hair, if you want. I mean, this figure's so good. This figure's so good.
I mean,
they give her a lot of bells and whistle. And again, like I really want to reiterate what like Flink said is that an Emma in her corset with the cape was something that we were told we would never have. And if you think about Emma figures historically, this is only the second time we've had her in her traditional Hellfire Club outfit. And the fact that she looks this good, she's at retails, and she's sold out. Like Jubilee and Sunspot are at my Target here. I see them everywhere. Emma is nowhere to be found because people are just snatching her up. That's how good she is.
I think I changed my mind. I actually think this Emma is, looking back at Hellfire Emma, this one is actually way better than Hellfire Emma. I think what it is, it's the blue in the cape so you can see the whole body, like the contrast between the white costume, the white, skin, and having that like dark backdrop so you can actually see the shape of the figure is way more appealing than the Hellfire one where the back of the cape is white and it all just blends in.
And like even her like ruby has like details on it. There's depth to it. Like they painted like the ruby pattern on it. Like it's very, very nice. They went all in on this figure. And I mean, we know that I'm traumatized. Tammy referenced it. I'm traumatized by windswept hair, so I generally stick with the
you're the one traumatized by windswept hair.
Both of us. This is generational trauma.
Intergenerational.
Welcome to Generational Traumas of X.
That could be the name.
It really could be.
The only note I'm going to give on this is I'm glad she exists, but it's so funny that Emma's the one who got a figure in Wave 2, Wave 3, when other characters like Bastion, who had more of a presence, did not get a figure. So, I think Emma's going to play a big role in Season 2 and Season 3. I'm surprised that we got Emma so early on.
Oh yeah, you think the Executioner is going to come back and play a big role because he got a toy?
No, but at least he's one and done. At least he had an entire episode. Emma had cameos, though. Emma had only like 2-3 scenes. Mind drift indeed, and I've always been good under pressure. That's it. She's gone. That's it. That's all we got from Emma.
They just knew. They knew they owed us. They owed the general public an Emma figure that didn't cost $100.
That's great.
She probably cost $200 on her own at this point. I'm sure the prices dropped significantly, but this shouldn't exist, but it does, and I'm so very happy about it. Now, when are we going to get new X-Men Emma?
I know, we need new X-Men Emma. I'm Googling on eBay right now. X-Men 97 Emma is going for $33. Bitch, the Wolverine Origins Emma Frost was going for like $200 at one point. That figure's worth more than this one. What the fuck? And this is a superior
this
figure.
One just came out. You can't. No,
but that one too was always that one too always was going high because it was just a comic book retailer exclusive.
Yeah.
Let's see how much she is now.
Friend.
The Hellfire one is going for £31 pre-used.
Okay, so
Okay.
she used to be $100 figure on her own. So this has crashed the market for the Hellfire Emma.
Well, it depends.
Good reason.
Those ones are open pre-used. If you want that box set, £250. So that's like
But you still can't
almost
get
4 figures,
yeah,
and then you
Yeah,
just need
and
a
you
Harry
can't get
Leland
Shaw.
to finish it.
You
yeah.
can't get Shaw or Celine or Pierce anywhere else still to this day. Although I would imagine that we're due for like a beefy, shirtless Sebastian Shaw figure. And if not, that's going to be on my new Pester Hasbro list.
So wait, I just did the Wolverine Legends Emma Frost, and actually you can get the entire set for like $215. So, yeah, the market has crashed for Hasbro for Legends. It's over.
All right, who's next on your list?
All right. Next on our list, coming in at number 4, if Emma was number 5, number 4 is Death Bird. And Sean, does she make it on your list initially? Or excuse me, your mirror.
You know what? I think she would. I don't know a ton. I mean, obviously I know who the character is, but I'm not like a Deathbird stan by any means. But I think the figure actually looks really cool. I think the cape texture is amazing. The color is really vibrant. It's very villainy. The face has really good kind of evil, witchy energy. Even though I know she's not a witch, so don't come from me in the comments. I'm just saying she's got witchy energy.
At Levarian_lad
Yeah,
on Instagram.
exactly.
Send him your mean comments.
Drag me. Yeah, come in my DMs and just like say the worst things. But she comes with a gladiator too, so that's really cool because I think he's just as cool as she is with the eye effects. But does he count as an honorable mention because he comes with her?
No.
Sure.
No.
No, you're like, that's not how the list works.
The gladiator accessory, no.
No. But Deathbird, yeah, she will make it on the mirror.
Okay.
As she
Emmy,
should.
Emmy, your feels?
For me, unequivocally the best designed figure of the year. Like, just all of the details, all the sculpts, everything. That cape is unbeatable in so many ways. The cords that they just like go in perfectly. It's not like big holes that they have to go into. I just think that the figure itself is like beautifully done. But I feel like this is one of those characters where if you're a huge fan, maybe you weren't as impressed by the figure. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of the energy I was getting in the community, is like this one really meant a lot to a lot of people, so having slight things that might be off made them a bit more nitpicky.
Yeah. I think that you're never going to be able to capture the magic of finding the Ninja Force 5-inch Deathbird.
Well,
You know what I mean? That was just magic. So I think the bar was unnecessarily high for her. But like, oh my god, the cape, the detail on that cape is great. And I'm so glad we had been reporting that we were getting a 2-pack for Deathbird and Gladiator for almost 2 years. And at the end, before she was announced, I was worried we were going to get a 97 version of them because they were releasing all those 2-packs for 97. And I'm glad we didn't. We got the Jim Lee Uncanny X-Men 275-ish era version of this character.
274.
274, sorry. Version
Closing
of this
flat.
character. I said ish. And
It's fine.
I'm
I just
really
know this
glad.
off the top of my head.
I'm so glad that this version of the character exists in Marvel Legends format.
The face is so expressive though on this figure. Like I think that's what makes it so good. Is that like it just reads like she's got a sinister plan and she's gonna get you. Like I don't know. It's very camp.
Yeah, I mean the head definitely looks like it jumped right off of that Jim Lee image in Uncanny 274, and it's like one of those instances where it's like a clear reference, but it wasn't done in a way that made it like too stylized or specific to where it would like stand out on a shelf. It just looks really good, and like you said, this is not an X-Men 97 figure, but I definitely would like to thank X-Men 97 for popularizing this costume, because otherwise I'm convinced and have thought for years until 97 came along that when we got Deathbird, it would be a classic Deathbird, which is great if they would ever give us a classic Ms. Marvel that wasn't the bad guy version to fight her. But this, because of that
We're
Ninja
not
Force
hating on
figure,
Moonstone today. We're not hating on Moonstone today.
but she's not Carol Danvers. That's
It's
all
fine.
I said.
That's the name of her
Do you
memoir.
like my calm? Do you like my calm voice? Yeah, no, literally. But this is a beautiful figure, and you know the execution of the cape is really nice. Her hair in the back is fucking crazy. I
Oh
love it.
yeah,
It's insane.
100%. 100.
It's A+. Great job. This is I maybe I'm not the world's biggest Deathbird fan, so I can't speak to what a Deathbird stand's reaction to this would be. But as somebody who generally likes female X-Men villains and will be, you know, displaying them front and center of my display, I am very happy to have this figure. It is incredible. It's my dream Deathbird.
I agree. I think she looks great. We got Lalandra. We have her. Like, give us Decan. I'd love to see Decan.
I would love it. Which is not something I thought that I would ever say, but now that we have the siblings and even Vulcan, like bring on Decan and give him the goddamn Impunk Crystal.
Wait, remind me. Is she? I listen. I don't know why Hasbro hasn't done an M Cron crystal. Like it would low hanging fruit. But anyways, wait. Where's she on the hierarchy of the kids? Is she the eldest or the middle child? Deathbird. I think she's. Isn't she the oldest? Or
I
is
think
Decan
she's
the
the
oldest?
old. I should know this. I do know this. I believe Decan is the oldest, but the reason that Lalandra succeeded Decan is because Deathbird was considered too mad for the throne.
Gotcha.
I think. But my God, please don't come for me, y'all, if I'm wrong. The Shi'ar Empire, it's not my favorite area of X-Men comics.
They're gonna come for you because according to X-Men fandom wiki, she is the eldest child.
Okay, well, I got it backwards. So she's the eldest, and they wouldn't let her serve because she's cray-cray.
Wasn't there like an unborn fourth child too? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I'm making things up now at this point. Anyways, did everyone?
This isn't
is
a
it going?
fucking comic book podcast, boys. Get it back together. We're talking toys here. God almighty.
Is it
Hear
going
everyone falling
on?
asleep?
Is it
Yeah,
going
this one is
there?
going on. This one is going on the mirror. Yes. I'd put her next to like Evil Lyn because I feel like they kind of match and they'd be friends.
Oh, you
That'd
have
be
Evil.
besties.
I don't actually have Evil Lyn on the mirror, but I would put her next to Evil Lyn. I feel like they'd go together.
Next time I see you, I'll bring you the Evil Lyn that I don't want anymore.
Yes.
Kemi, did you give your piece on this figure?
I did. Yeah, I think I started it off. I said everything I
Oh, that's
freaking
right.
wanted to say about it, okay? The only thing I don't
Yeah.
think I mentioned is the headpiece is kind of boring. Some extra detail would be nice on that, but I think the headpiece is boring in the comics. Like it's just reflective and flat, so crushed it, I guess.
Bueno, Yatu-san.
Yeah, too sad.
Okay, number 3. I'm actually really excited for this figure because this figure sparks all the joy for me. And if I could have 100 of these figures, I would. It's the Marvel versus Capcom Psylocke that came with the Thanos accessory. This is the best Psylocke we have ever gotten in an action figure format. Tell me I'm wrong. Go for it.
You're not wrong.
No, I had it as my personal number 1 figure of the whole year. So, yeah, I think it is the quintessential. You have made a perfect. As much as I said it about Wolverine, that's my perfect Wolverine, right? That's just I like him bulkier. I like the big. This is the perfect Psylocke, not Mafex. No one has done a better Psylocke than this. It's fully perfect, and for that's why it was number 1 on my list because it's the best version of a figure. It's so simple though, but when a figure is that simple, it has to be so clean and so well done. The face is amazing. The posability is amazing. They gave her the fattest ass I've ever seen on an action figure. It just like is crazy. It's like some Marvel Rivals kind of stuff, but it's so good. I love this figure. I obsessed with it.
I think out of all of us, I rank this one the lowest. But really, it's just that we've got so many characters this year that I've been requesting for decades, and so an updated figure, even one as practically perfect as this, just is naturally going to rate lower for me. But to your point, this is absolutely the definitive Psylocke, and it's ostensibly Gamerverse Psylocke, which is probably why her costume is a more vibrant blue than it would be otherwise. But her head sculpt is not stylized in any way, so it's perfect for gamer, animated, comics, whatever display you want to put her in. This Psylocke will fit right in. I mean, this is about as perfect a Marvel Legends figure as I think Hasbro has ever made.
At long last, we have the prototype from the Light Up series Psylocke embodied in this figure. And even the windswept hair, that is how you do windswept hair. By the way, not this like a little missile pointing that way that you're going to poke your head out if you're a child. Like that is how you do it. It's still stylized, and like the wind is just going through her locks. The face is beautiful. Like the way the headpiece sits on her face is absolutely perfect. Not like the other one we got for the Apocalypse Wave and the Nimrod. Just it was just very rigid and just
it's very
didn't
bulky.
look. Yeah, it just didn't land well. And, the Mafex, it's fun. The Mafex figure I like if it was like the X-Men Mutant Apocalypse Psylocke that we got there, with kind of like the bigger body and the smaller head. I just think this one checks, it's a perfect, the shade of purple is perfect. It just checks all the boxes. So, I don't know. I'm being very biased about this, and I would not have gotten this figure had it not been for you, Flake, because I actually woke up early to get this figure, which I never do, and I couldn't even get it. And so I don't know. I have the highest opinion of this figure. I love it very much.
I mean, the dump truck on this figure. I mean, she could just get
Crazy.
cast on Heated Rivalries at this point. You know what I mean? Like this. This is insane.
Ridiculous. Yeah. We'll never get Emma in her panty and stockings, but hold on one second.
The person sculpting that was definitely feeling themselves that day, weren't they?
Yeah.
And when I say feeling themselves, I mean like that in the literal sense, probably.
Yeah, not
Okay, but wait. She was deserving more. I'm not done with my feelings here. One, she was deserving more than just being a Target exclusive. A, she could have been single carded mass retail. B, when Kith was doing their exclusive Marvel versus Capcom figures, they should have re-released her single carded Kith exclusive. I think they would have broken the internet had they done that.
I think this figure, we'll see it again. We're going to see this figure again, repainted, a little less vibrant, maybe with some different accessories. This is not going to be folks' only shot at this figure. We know Hasbro loves to re-release. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I think Dan said they were re-releasing
Extreme Psylocke,
right?
Please.
Yeah, with the Crimson Dawn, or this version with the Crimson Dawn. I would love that. Like tattoo. He is going for $118. Oh, $87 online. Okay, not too bad. Sean?
Y'all...
I mean, I love it. I think it's simple, but if you're a Psylocke fan, like it's simple in the sense of like, it's just her very natural costume. She's got a pretty simple costume. The sculpt is obviously quite cool. The hair is really good. I love her little face effects. I think that's really fun. It's not something you see on any other figures. So if you're a Psylocke fan, I would say 100%. I would put this one on the mirror.
Woo!
Yeah.
Mirror.
And the colors
I love
are
all
cool.
the little hands too.
Yeah.
They're just so good for posability and actually creating a dynamic scene.
Oh, and the side blade. The side blade is probably the best side blade we have ever gotten.
By far.
Like with no contest. Yeah, it's the most comics accurate one. No shade to the other
one looked
ones.
like a little ice cream cone that you clipped onto her. It was not good. It was not good. Hey, can y'all believe that somebody split this 2-pack with me, actually wanted the Thanos and did not want this?
Fools. The Thanos is pretty cool though, if you're a Marvel vs. Capcom fan.
You're into that, sure.
No, I do agree. I think he is a good. I'm shocked at how good he was because when I first got the figure in, I just looked at Psylocke for like 2 days, and then I was like, oh wait, there's Thanos here. I guess I should like look at him. And I was like, okay, not bad by any means. Like a really good Thanos figure.
Just like all their other Thanos figures.
Okay, who wants to introduce number two? I think number one, Sean should introduce.
I'll introduce
This
number
should be
two
the truth.
because this is the coolest figure on the list, guys. This
Okay.
one, I mean, when I googled them, this was
My
the one. I
God.
mean, wow! Did I say like this is definitely a number two figure of all the figures released in 2025? It is,
Rotten.
guys. Hold on to your horses for this one. It's Husk.
How could you have given such a sarcastic introduction
Oh,
for
it's perfect.
this figure? It is a perfect figure. What the fuck is wrong with you, Sean?
Perfect.
Thumbs up to Sean for that one.
This
Thumbs
is-
up to Sean for that
First of
one.
all, who wants this figure? If like this is
What is wrong with you? How could you see this?
this is going to be a peg warmer. Like
No,
this
It
is
isn't.
Past tense,
It's
and it
not.
wasn't. It was not a peg warmer. You were
Probably
there.
because they only made 100 of
Yeah.
them.
yeah, exactly.
Henry, whose side are you on here?
Sorry.
This is a boring figure, guys.
I literally am foaming at my mouth. No, you don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
Nah.
She is ripping her skin off while screaming, and her hair is all pinancy. Like, what are you fucking? What are you? It's perfect. It's perfect. And the only reason I don't have her at number one is because 90% of the figure already existed, thanks to Monet. But they went so hard with this figure. I mean, look at this. Look at this head sculpt. This is a D or a C list character at best. And Hasbro gave us two head sculpts, one of them that looks like this. You would expect that they would have simply slapped a Sharon Carter or Sue Storm head on the Monet body and called it a day. They did not. This is the opposite of phoning it in for a character of this level.
Agreed. She represents everything that Hasbro can do for these characters and elevate them from C or B list status in the comic books and give them a really good Marvel Legends. Two alternate heads, a unique power effect that really captures the skin ripping effect from the comics. Which, how would you translate that into an action figure? I don't know, but the fine people at Hasbro figured it out. A and B, like it's Generation X. It's Husk. She's a Guthrie. She's like mutant royalty. How could you say she's boring? What is wrong with you?
The costume is boring.
What
The
are you
Generation
talking
X-
about? The Generation X? What the fuck is wrong with
That's
you?
you have gone too far on that one, I must say.
Okay.
This is the best student costume any X-teen has ever worn. So
So
good, in fact, that
you're
the
telling
boots
me-
and the gauntlets made a comeback.
You're telling me if you were a female superhero, this is the costume you choose for yourself?
Yes!
Sure.
Yes!
It's also
If I
the
was on
team
Generation
uniform.
X, yes! And he's like gone.
I
We need to-
can't help my three dads to stop fighting. I only know how to stop the two of you.
All right, Hammy. So tell us, what is your opinion on this? What is your non-hysterical take on
Oh my
this?
gosh.
We need some sanity here.
The reason I put this one on my list, though not as high as you guys,
You
was
had her pretty high.
I did, yeah. I had her at 5, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
what Dayspring kind of said. What I like about Hasbro is when they just try to do something different. And so creating a skin ripping effect that we've never seen before. It's not a reused power. It's not how do you show this person's powers? And this is such a cool way to do it. And yeah, it's like a similar sculpt, but it's different, right? Like, not to be too perverse, but they have different breast sizes.
They do. I
just remember
realized
the
that
drama
after that
around that, which was really foolish and stupid. But it means that they recognize that these characters are different, and we're going to have them be.
What
created
was the
differently.
drama around different size?
But Monet just had like bigger boobs,
Ah.
I think, and people were
Which-
sad that Husk didn't
Sure.
have as big of boobs because men.
Why don't they do different
Husk
crotch
isn't a
sizes
supermodel.
then?
I think they do different boobs sizes for men, but
No, but like, okay, we digress.
this isn't that kind of
Yeah,
podcast,
this isn't
okay?
that kind of podcast.
www.patreon.com/michaelham. So anyway, uh, yeah, I just think it's innovative. I think you're right, Flink. Like whatever, it's the same, nearly the same mold again, but like I really like the costume and I really like the mold, and so the fact that we get this character with that mold with an incredible sculpt with a brand new kind of action that could potentially be used for other figures down the line as well is impressive to me.
This could have very easily been, and I'm not calling Monet a boring figure, but this could have very easily been no effort, just a new head, different colored hands on the same body that already exists. They didn't have to reference her power in any way, shape, or form. Not only did they reference it, they captured like the agony of her mutant power with the expression on her face. And this, to me, it's not like a one-for-one recreation, but I remember the first time I ever saw Generation X, it was like a promo poster by Chris Bachalo, and Husk is in it, like ripping her half of her face off and like screaming. And this is not, like I said, not a one-for-one recreation of that, but the vibe
It's as close
is
as
all
it's going to
in.
get. As close as it's going to get. And listen, I love Monet. I love M. I'm so glad we have her in Marvel Legends format. I don't like that she's based off of the Terry Dodson art, but she is a little bit more of a generic figure. And fine, they use that mold. And what they did, again, this is the brilliance of the business here, is that they used that mold for Monet, gave it to Husk, and elevated the figure. That it was brilliant. It's brilliant. But if they gave awards for best action figures and business model, Husk will get it.
Look at her. She's just so good.
Conclusion?
I just,
Not mirror.
What a shock! Everyone was
you're going to
waiting for
come
that
home
one.
one day and you're going to find Husk glued front and center in your mirror and you're going to have no idea how it got there. I'm just saying. Well, now you'll know, but you wouldn't.
I'm gonna go buy a bunch of those peg warmers before I come to London, and then glue them on your mirror, and you're
Okay,
gonna have
but
like
wait,
12
she's
of them.
not a
They're
peg warmer.
not peg warmers. I don't understand what is wrong with you people. This is how lies get created, not a peg warmer. Where have you seen a
Familia,
peg warming?
Familia, if you could take videos of all the peg warming husks you guys see and just like spam the page and
Do
just
it.
tag us, that would be
Do
great.
it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I
Do
want
it.
I,
I'm
And
that
then
want
wait,
confident.
everyone.
and then December 2026, when you do the list of 2026, I'm gonna edit together all the videos people send in and play them over like the Benny Hill song as the reel goes through. Da na 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 na. All the pegs, yeah.
Zero. You were there at GameStop when we found this wave, just Gambit. No Husk in sight. Gambit was a peg warmer, if anything. If anything, Gambit would have been the peg warmer.
I
Facts.
mean, probably because they created 20 million times more gambits than Husk because they knew the quantity would sell. But we should
They're
move on
all
to number one.
created equal. Who is number one? Who is number one?
Well, I don't
Blink.
think that it's any surprise to
Anyone
anybody.
who is listening knows exactly who
Yeah.
number one is because they haven't been said yet. Oh yeah, spoiler.
There
Rachel
is
Summers.
There is
Rachel
no way.
Summers.
no way that any other character was going to be my number one pick of the year, not after I have been confronting Hasbro to their faces about where the fuck is Rachel Summers for 5 years. And listen, is she absolutely perfect? I mean, if you consider the fact that she has a rat tail instead of a mullet, then no, she's not perfect. But I mean, just still, let's consider that we finally get Rachel. She's covered in spikes. She has two gorgeous heads, one of them with the hound tattoos. And if you go back to, again, back to our past Marvel Legends episodes where I've been ranting about Rachel, so like all of them, they gave us something that I have requested in every single one of those episodes, but I never in a million years thought that we would actually get, which is the clip-on fire effects like she has on the cover of Excalibur #1. I mean, she's perfect. Well, okay. She, except for her rat tail, she is absolutely fucking perfect.
Yeah, I remember being at New York Comic Con with Scott Free and going up to poor Dwight, and he just looked at me, and I was wearing the Huff Rachel jacket that I promised I would give Hammy, but I have not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he just looks at me. He's like, "I know what you're going to ask me," and I was like, and I didn't know. I was just wearing the jacket because I had gotten it, and I was like, "Oh, right." And he's here like, "It's coming. She's coming. The Hound is coming." And I'm glad we finally got her. She was essential for Excalibur. Again, the mullet. I would have liked a flame on face with the mullet. That's fair, but like it's Rachel Summers. Like we finally have Rachel Summers here. And I found her in London, which was absolutely perfect. And my biggest regret about this is that I did see an extra one there. I should have bought that extra one and brought it to Sean's house and super glued her at the top of his ugly mirror. He's shaking his head no. Shaking his head no. You would have said no to a free Rachel Summers action figure.
I would have politely accepted and said, "Thank you so much. It's very thoughtful of you to have gotten me this gift." But I don't think she. Okay, if you guys take out
What
the
is
wait,
wrong
hold on,
with
hold on.
you?
Follow the logic. If you guys got this figure years ago and you didn't build it up year after year to finally get it, would you objectively? I'm watching Dave Spring yell at me on mute. Would you objectively put this as number one on the list of the best figures that come out this year?
Yes, I would.
Well,
For the reasons that I have already stated.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Hammy, do you buy the story that they're saying?
These two psychos, I feel like I do, but I feel like any year that this character came out for them, they would have put it at number one. For me personally, no. It's the anticipation of the figure that put it so high for me. I can admit to that. I mean, I can also admit to the fact that I think it's a decent, like a well done figure. The spikes, the whole thing, they did a good job. Like, I wish the spikes were just mildly bigger, so that they could get the caps a little bit better on them. Because like, I find it they don't really stand out. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know.
the spikes hurt when you hold this figure and you try to swap out the hands. The spikes hurt your finger.
It's true.
Like literally, I had little like masitas like in my hand when I was swapping it out. It really it hurts, man.
I don't
Listen,
know.
Theoretically, it's just a boring figure with a couple spikes on it and a bad haircut that neither of you like. So I don't think it's like a great figure for me personally, but the anticipation of needing it, wanting it, and then them coming out and doing a pretty bang up job with it puts it high for me.
She is a without a doubt. Like really, out of 2025, she won. She won. Sorry, go. Frank.
It's literally the difference between a little rat tail and it being a little mullet. And if we're going to go, it's not like the rat tail is not a hairstyle she has ever had. She has it. I see it right next to, it looks like Dayspring has a little rat tail right now because of it. There it is. I just, no. I
had a rat tail growing up.
Understand.
Rat tail represent.
I mean, I had one too, and my grandmother cut it off with the scissors when I went to her house.
That's nasty. She hated you. She hated
She
you.
did. She did. It's fine. It's fine. If we are only ever going to get one Rachel Summers Phoenix figure, I am okay with her being in the Excalibur outfit with the John Romita Jr. rat tail head.
Right.
I'm okay with that. She can serve both purposes, no problem. And the effects, they could have easily given her the little tiny Phoenix Force thing that they've reutilized like 3 times now, and they didn't. They gave her her own unique little Phoenix fire effect. I don't know. Is there any reality where I could ever be unbiased about the fact that we finally got a Rachel Summers figure? Maybe you are correct. However, regardless of that, this figure has everything anyone could want from a Rachel.
But
like, yes,
the
she can have
reason
fiery
why
hair.
you would be so like why it doesn't matter what reality we're in is because we've only gotten one other Rachel figure, and it was Rachel Gray in that horrendous Marvel Girl End of Gray's outfit. Fine, whatever. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were like, I'm trying to be on their
Don't
side
you
here about
come
that.
for
I'm
that look.
trying to. We are imploding on ourselves here because of Rachel Summers. However, it wasn't the best figure that has aged in our Marvel Legends collection. This is a definitive Rachel figure. It is earned. This is decades worth of anticipation. Sean, Varian Lad.
But that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. It is objectively anticipation, not delivery of like. If you're just looking at all the list of figures that came out this year, do I think it's the best figure? No, probably not even close. But I think it's because it's been wanted for so long that you're like, I finally got the release of getting this figure.
I'm gonna hit you.
Why?
I'm gonna hit you.
Why
How do
would
I
them-
slap someone?
Right.
Oh my god! I almost made you a
How-
host. I almost made you a host instead of hitting you on this here.
How
No,
is it that
he
they
is a good
make...
figure regardless of the year.
So-
the flame effects alone.
Okay,
So
Flame effects alone.
you're downgrading her because this is what she looks like in the comics. But this is what she looks like in the comics, and this is the perfect representation of it in action figure form. Therefore, why could she not
isn't
be?
top 10 most detailed, articulated figures of the year. It's just, top 10 favorite figures of the year. And if your favorite is because it's the one
that's
you
right.
love the most,
Exactly.
then... But I will say, I actually think the fire effects are kind of trash. I wish that they...
You know what they look like? They look like an iris wing cape that a drag queen would have and spin around at Pride. Da da da. Da da
They
da.
literally... This is what they look like on the cover to Excalibur #1. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Paul, this is why we go...
I don't know why. What is wrong? Why did you do the
This is-
why?
You don't open this
No.
up next year. This is
No.
a private event from now on.
No, I disagree. So this is what I thought. The wings, even on Excalibur 1, are not shooting out of her arms like she's a chicken. It's something coming from her back. The everything, it should be a piece that snaps into a hole in the back and comes down.
Okay,
That
is fair.
should not be. She looks like
That is fair.
looks like the fucking Moltres, the Pokemon. Like, it's...
It should have been. I agree because that was in my review. I said I think she should have had more flame effects. One of them being like a cape in the back to make it look like it's coming out like a cape. Because I do agree, it's like little wings, like a. I don't want to say like a chicken, but
she's
like
giving pyro. She's giving like,
Yeah.
I'm shooting flames out of my wrist. Not there's like a power behind me that's engulfing me. I like this figure. I don't know what Sean did to me. I'm sorry. I'm back. This is
All right.
this figure's...
Do you want now my hot takes on the best figures of the year? Because as you guys have been talking,
obviously
I've been.
obviously not even a little bit.
Okay,
No,
so
Go for it. Because
At number
we
3
already know we don't like these figures. So
Well,
please
actually,
give us...
you don't know because at number 3 I had Deathbird and Gladiator 2-pack.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've covered that one. At number 2 I had Dakin, which you guys didn't put, who I think looks really cool. And number 1
bad.
Marvel Legends of 2025
All right, let's hear.
is Man Wolf.
But
Man Wolf figure. This figure looks so badass. He's a werewolf in a Dungeons
Paul
and
just
Dragons.
spit up a little. I think he actually threw up.
Look, he comes with a sword. He's got an amazing armor. This figure's
Don't buy
badass.
a
And
Thundercats action figure.
And he's
okay?
got- he
Yeah,
comes
you
with a-
pervert.
This is X-Men.
he comes with a magic card too. That's quite cool.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to say to you. I don't know how to listen. There's going to be someone who's going to slip into our comments and DMs, just like, "Yeah, you're right, Laverian Man Wolf is the best ever." But fine.
This figure's badass. Look at
It's a good
how-
figure. Man,
Listen,
So
I've seen it in person.
we
I
have
know.
a non-X literally category that we can talk about Man Wolf in. But
This figure's
anyways,
badass,
I love
and he would make the mirror.
he would make the mirror. Okay, so I now know
Cool.
what to get you. I
J.
now know what to
Jonah
get you. next time.
Jameson's.
He comes with a bow and arrow. I mean,
Okay.
He also costs $40. So, go ahead and overspend for that guy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ladies. I did not think
Okay.
number one would be contentious. It's crazy. That was too much for me.
It's only Sean.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only Sean, and he turned you against us,
He
Hammy.
did.
We were
He
all
did.
we
Yeah.
were all fine on the group chat. This is why I didn't invite Sean on the group chat, because I knew he was going to throw a curveball.
I know.
You need
He always
different. Hey,
texts me.
you know what? You don't want to be screaming into an echo chamber, right? This is the only way to grow as human beings is to have like
But what, Matt Wolf
logical.
is number one on our list over Rachel Summers? What kind of world do you live in? That Rachel Summers is not on the top 10 list, and Man Wolf is number one. From Magic the Gathering collaboration with Marvel. What is wrong with you?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Let's not talk shit about the Magic collection just yet. I think we all got a little something to say. So
Okay. Let's move into our bonus categories, which is
everyone was like, "Fuck!" I thought the episode was over.
Oh, I'm having
Oh,
a great time.
we have
Yes.
4 more categories left, bitch. Probably even a 5th. All right. Build-A-Figure Deluxe. Who was your favorite Build-A-Figure Deluxe? Build-A-Figure or Deluxe figure?
Oh,
Sorry.
mine is technically neither. I don't think, but I did the X-Men '97 Sentinel. I don't
Yeah.
think that's like a $200 figure, so I don't think it's a Build-A-Figure or a deluxe. But
It counts.
Big Boy, my favorite Big Boy of the year. It wasn't. Was it crowdfunded? No.
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 Yeah, I think it's a little too cartoonish, but like, as someone who bought 2 of the 26-inch Sentinels, and then couldn't put them in any shelf or in any display, and just had them sitting around in boxes for like a year and a half, having a 22-inch Sentinel is a lifesaver.
Agreed. It's so funny. We saw that IRL with Ryan Ting at New York Comic Con, Flink, and it looked really good. It
It did, and I had an order in for 2 that I canceled. But that's only, it's not because it wasn't good looking. It's because it was a little too animated for my purposes. And like Hammy, I bought 2 of those ridiculous HasLab Sentinels, and I've only ever displayed 1. And I'm like, why would I buy 2 more Sentinels when I have 1 that I still have never displayed? So It's a really good looking figure. It's perfect for people who have animated displays. I think it's a really good choice, even if it didn't make its way into my personal collection.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I really love the HasLab Sentinel, and I love the Here Comes Tomorrow Rover Sentinel we got from Toy Biz back in the day. So that's why I didn't.
Good one.
That's why I didn't get it. But no, that's a fine pick.
Well, similarly to that, my pick is another one of those non-HasLab expensive Hasbro Pulse made-to-order guys. Dragon Man. He is, as you can see, he is a big, hefty boy. Probably one of the heftiest non-HasLab Marvel Legends figures in existence. I mean, he is just like super packed with detail, great articulations, 2 wings, bunch of hands. He comes with a book and glasses, so you can turn him into like Professor Dragon Man from Future Foundation. He's like one of the few like premium figures that I've found to be 100% worth the cost, and he's not even a character that I was really clamoring for, but I got him for whatever reason, and I'm really glad that I did.
I didn't crowdfund him, and I regret it because he looks really great there.
Yeah, it's great. And I love, just shout out to whoever designed the packaging, because whoever did that, they based it off of like the 2006 FF wave. They like retro carded it with like the ultimate Fantastic Four characters. It was a deep cut for an FF fan like me, and I have that Dragon Man somewhere too, so I thought that was a really cool little nod for this guy.
That Dragon Man was originally like unreleased, right? Or he was supposed to be unreleased with like that Sue Storm figure in that wave, and they eventually made it out. Or am I thinking of like the wave before?
It was canceled at retail. It made it to comic shops, and both of those figures and Kang were super hard to find. And I managed to find all 3 of them at my local comic shop, and I have them somewhere.
Yeah,
Good
because
thing
I
you-
still have the Sue Storms from there, and I love those. But no, he's a great figure. He's a great figure. Sean, what's going on in your head,
Well,
Sean?
so I was like not super impressed by this figure. I was like, he's way too big. But then when he said that he had little glasses in a book, I just Googled it, and this has put the figure absolutely to the top of the list because he's so cute with his little glasses in a book. Um, so yeah, now I'm on board for him. But I
Rachel
think
Summers
if
is
I,
like, fuck my drag with my rat
yeah,
tail and Phoenix effects.
but I think of the Build-A-Figures, I like. Is that really his name that they've released him under, or did they release him under a different name?
Dragon Man.
Who? Dragon Man?
No, I think the third
The
one
other
of the
one?
Build-A-Figure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is that-
who?
is-
Well, mine. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
announced mine yet, which is Genocide, who, of course, even on today's live stream, they keep getting his name wrong, and they keep calling him Nemesis. Nemesis
I wonder
is
why.
Yeah, I wonder
Listen,
why
I
they changed.
understand. I understand, but I said this on my reaction, which is if they would have said 616 Nemesis, fine. I get it. I understand why you can't say Genocide live on a Hasbro stream. However, it's Genocide, not Holocaust slash Nemesis, and that is my pick for the Build-A-Figure slash deluxe category. I think he was a great figure. I would have preferred a re-release of Age of Apocalypse version of the character. However, if we were going to get a different version and they were going to do the main universe 616, I think this is a wonderful rendering of the character.
I agree with you. I think it's a really good figure. I would have rather gotten Age of Apocalypse. I'm not the world's biggest Uncanny X-Force fan, but it's a really cool look. The only reason, well, also Dragon Man was amazing, but one of the reasons why Genocide didn't make my pick is because his little ankles. He's got the worst little ankles in the world. They do not support his weight. He falls over, takes half the shelf out with him. I literally have him leaning against a flight stand to prevent him from falling over, and that just should not be the case when you spent all this money to buy 7 action figures to build him. He should at least be able to fucking stand up.
His little precious ankles. I love it that he has little ankles. Oh, daddy has little ankles. I'm all for it. I don't know. I have him on display here. He hasn't fallen over, but I have some stands in front of him, so he could be falling forward on them. So I don't know. I can't render any opinion on that. Neither here nor there. But I do think we need an update to that Age of Apocalypse Holocaust because obviously the hood snaps off. Everyone is upset about it. It's an outdated figure. Even Jason, Nerd Alert Jason, who has bragged for years that he has the hood fully intact, has finally broke. Well, it broke for him.
Oh, mine's not broken. Mine's in perfect
okay,
shape.
well, look out then.
I didn't know this was a thing. I feel so blessed.
No, mine's broken too, and I've tried to keep that one in pristine condition. I think I've had it broken for decades.
Try harder, Marvel Girl.
Oh God, we're not going to get into that. Anyways, okay. Sean? Do you have an opinion on deluxe figures? Or a deluxe figure you want to add to this conversation?
Are there more than those 3? I think the Juggernaut, does this count as a deluxe figure?
Yeah,
Yes.
Juggernaut does count. Yeah.
So I think he's quite cool.
Yeah,
I think
it's a very good Juggernaut.
Yeah.
He was a contender for me for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's like the standard for
But I
Juggernauts
think I'm
going
going to
forward.
go with. I think I'm going with glasses and book Dragon Man.
Yay!
Okay,
You're
yeah,
forgiven
yeah.
for Rachel.
But he has to have the glasses on though.
I wish that I could. They're
glasses
somewhere
on.
in this room.
Yeah.
Tammy, who is your bonus character? Your bonus Marvel Legends?
Oh, God. The color scheme was my spoiler. My bonus Marvel Legends is Secret Wars Iceman, because if I don't mention Iceman on a podcast, I'll die, I think. I have some nitpicks with it, of course, but I don't like when they make blue Icemen. They just don't look right to me. So getting a clear Iceman, it's a nice throwback to the original Toy Biz Iceman days, with the blue or the white one that turned yellow.
The one that would shatter in the freezer when you try to do his action feature.
Yes, because all the screws and pegs and stuff would break.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good figure. I think there's a few fixes. Like I miss Juggernaut Wave Iceman having like chunky ice features. Like I think Iceman should look like he's made of ice, not just be a clear mold of a superhero body. But I like him, and I'm always happy to get a new Iceman, and I think this is a good one. My biggest complaint is always the effects never match the Iceman, and that is the case here as well, which drives me fucking crazy. Just make it out of the same plastic. Um, yeah, that's nothing too crazy. Just really love getting a new Iceman, and I want him to be on my list no matter what.
I think he's a good figure. I mean, Iceman's always going to be a pretty simple figure, no matter how you slice it. But I agree. I think this one, with the more clear rather than like the blue kind of opaque, just looks a lot nicer. They actually made a slight effort to improve the ice slide, and they gave him a snowball. So I'm like, I'm happy. I don't know that he's the perfect Iceman, but I feel like he's by far the best Iceman we've gotten in Marvel Legends.
They gave him teeth, which weirded me out, and I'm gonna cut Dayspring off before he says anything because I do wish he had a little bit more blue to him. I wish he was somewhere between this color translucent and the Juggernaut Wave, which is the lightest blue I think Iceman we got somewhere in between because yeah, Dayspring was saying like you get Silver Surfer energy from Iceman a lot of times, especially with the
Yeah.
fully painted ones. And from far away, this could kind of give that maybe, but
I think he
I
looks
feel
like
it's
ice.
fair. You know what? I think with the Secret Wars era Iceman, it has to be that specific palette. And also, what I really do like about this figure is that he came with the ice slide and like the power effects shooting down,
Yes,
which we
yes.
don't really typically get for Iceman figures. And we got the medallion with the hologram, or the changes, which was a nice callback to the original Secret Wars figure that this is homaging.
But they always, on the effects, they always add frost. Like this, like there's always like a bit of paint speckles on it, so it's like clear ice with frost. Do that to the figure. Do that to the figure as well. Like make the like ice go up him. Like they're lazy. Anyway, sorry. I love him, and I'm happy to have him as my bonus figure.
Um, my bonus figure would be Fabian Cortez. This is a figure I've wanted for such a long time, but I acknowledge that maybe he's not everyone's speed. He's largely forgettable, not a peg warmer at all. But I was really happy to have him. I think they rendered his ponytail really great. He didn't get the Paige Guthrie treatment, in my opinion. I think he could have had a little bit more effects given to him, maybe an alternate head. However, we have a Cortez figure out there in the universe, and I'm so happy to have him.
I mean, he's another one that his look is just kind of simple. It just kind of is what it is. It's never going to make the most interesting action figure, but it's an action figure of Fabian Cortez as he looked in the early '90s. So I'm thrilled with it. I think he's a good fit.
You don't think he's interesting enough to have a better figure? Okay, okay. Mm.
This is a good figure. You're the one that
He
picked
could have
this. I'm
had
not gonna.
alternate heads. He
I'm
could have
not.
had more power effects. Sorry, I know. I'm just playing with you.
I'm not going to defend your choice to you. So,
I don't need to defend my choice. There's.
yeah. So anyway, no. So my bonus figure is someone who's just not really an X-Man, but X-Men adjacent. They spend a lot of time in the Savage Land. So I picked Shanna the She-Devil. I'm just a sucker for the Savage Land in general. I bought an entire wave of figures I didn't give a crap about just to build Zabu and get Kazar. So I was really itching to get a Shanna, and I mean, look, that is a gorgeous head sculpt. The details on her costume are great. I appreciate, Hasbro made one little Savage Land lady overlay to work for both Shanna and Rogue, and I'm glad that they did one that was accurate to Shanna rather than Rogue. Yeah, I just think she's a really good figure, and she looks really great posed with her kitty cat and her husband.
I was this year's old, realizing it's pronounced Shanna because I say Shauna, the she devil.
No, it's Shanna.
Yeah.
Shanna. I love that this
I
was
love
part
her.
of a Marvel Snap Gamerverse line, though. Was that just so they could do like a slutty character?
I
Okay,
think so.
yeah, that makes sense.
There's a lot of like debate on like Gamerverse and why it's existing because some YouTubers out there have said that the MCU is what brings in the big bucks for Marvel Legends, and since the MCU has been lacking, they had to pivot to Gamerverse so they can introduce other characters. So, I don't know. I don't work at Hasbro, so but I'm
Free
glad we
reign to
got
do
her.
whatever they want because every Marvel character is in Marvel Snap, so like they could
Yeah.
ostensibly do anyone they want to at this point.
Do you remember the original Savage Land box set, Shanna,
I
that we
do.
got? And we would use that head on the Emma Frost body, and we'd be like, we have
Yep.
Emma Frost now. And like, she was an alt head for Emma back in like
Yep.
2007.
Listen, we did what we had to do. But this
We
was,
had to kit
this
bash.
is,
There was no
yeah, this is a
Emma in
gorgeous
her
head.
core set. Yeah, it is a gorgeous set. I think
I
I've
would
seen
put
some
this on
people
an
use
Emma.
that on an Emma, like, yeah, for the Astonishing Emma that we got in the Chode Wave.
For sure.
Shauna,
It's a good figure.
Hey, Shauna. I like Sean.
Shauna, what do you think? Do you
Shauna
have a
the
bonus
He-Devil.
figure?
Shauna, what do you think?
Sean the He-Devil.
Yeah, exactly. So do I get to pick a bonus figure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can
Or
just
if
be
any of these
anybody.
go into the mirror, and if any of these go in your mirror too.
Okay, so given that I spoiled and I already took Dakin and I said him before, so I'm not going to say him again. I think that where is he? Omega Red is my bonus figure
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
from the like with his weird little face that he has in this figure where he's screaming. I think he looks.
Yeah.
I think,
The from the Marvel versus Capcom
Yeah.
2-packs.
and I love that
That
he's got
set is
the
exquisite.
Yeah.
the special move where it goes into the ground and then comes up and gets you, and that they actually put that into the figure. I think that's really cool.
That War Machine too in that 2-pack it's really nice.
Oh God. Oh, we're not
What?
at worst yet. Never mind. Oops, spoilers.
Wait. So are you putting any of ours on your ugly mirror, Sean? Cortez,
No, not
Shauna,
one of them.
Shauna.
No,
Is it Shanna or Shauna? How do you say her name? Shauna?
Shanna.
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 Shanna
Yeah,
the
no.
She-Devil.
None of them are
Shanna.
making the mirror.
What about
None.
Iceman? Iceman surely would make it.
No,
He would look so good on that mirror. That's crazy.
no.
He looks like a prototype. He looks like a toy prototype. He would fit perfectly. Anyway, whatever. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Sean. That's it. Fuck you, Shauna.
Yeah.
All right. And our final category is worst Marvel Legends. And Hemi, why don't you kick us off?
Oh God. Okay, wait. No, we have to do non-X-Men.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, I completely forgot the non-X-Men. Wait, Jane, we have to go from the top now.
Go from the top.
All right. Our next category is a non-X character.
Okay, I'm going first because mine is horny, so we'll just get it over with. Battle Damage Spider-Man from the Magic Pack. Oh man, and it's too much for me. And I love the head, the Peter Parker head sculpt too, with the black eye, which is from I think one of the black suit Peter Parkers from before. But it's such a good figure. It sends a shiver down my spine when I look at it. I love Battle Damage.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is
great
definitely
figure.
this is SeanCody.com.
For sure.
We're going back to our sponsorship of Sean Cody.
I've seen a few OnlyFans creators with this exact costume, but there's one extra rip.
I have no notes. I have the figure too.
Yeah,
Jeff ordered
it's a
it
great
because
figure.
for that it's a horny figure of the year, right? It looks great. Him and MJ look great together, so I love them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, MJ was almost my choice for non-X. Those magic, except for, Man Wolf, those magic figures were quite nice. He's a hot little Peter Parker. I don't have him because he's $40. I will get him eventually if he goes anywhere in like the realm. I'm not gonna overspend for a Magic the Gathering card. Like I just can't do that. I have to have some principles somewhere. But no, he's a beautiful figure. The Iron Spider MJ is a beautiful figure. I don't know why they went all in on Magic the Gathering, but hey, as long as we get pretty figures, what do I care?
I like him very much as well. But who's your pick, Flink?
So MJ was really, really close. She is a beautiful figure, but I had to go with this guy because I'm just like, what the fuck? I can't believe we actually got him, and I can't believe he's actually this good. I picked Kane,
Game.
everybody's second favorite spider clone. This is the color that this is the color that Farrell's costume should have been.
For sure.
I just love the hot pink. I love the windswept hair. All of the they could have really again. This is a character they could have phoned it in on and just like painted his little web lines on him. They did not do that. Every single one is sculpted. He's just a really great figure from a storyline everybody but me hates. Yeah, no notes. He is a perfect representation of that character for me, and I'm very happy to have him.
My non-X pick is She-Hulk in her Fantastic Four costume. I thought the She-Hulk figure last year, we agreed on this, Flink, was like number one top notch. And I think re-releasing her with a ponytail head in the Fantastic Four costume was brilliant. Get the mileage out of it. I am so happy we have her. That figure epitomizes why I love collecting so much. I love the packaging. I love even if you have to reuse some previous mold, it's fine. Just make it better. I was so happy with it. The deco, everything.
I'm glad you picked her so that I could tag on and say that she's a perfect, amazing, wonderful figure. I just didn't pick her because she is essentially exactly the same, almost exactly the same. She's got some cool, great new accessories. I love her little dumbbells. I think that's yeah. I have her. I have her posing with a peace sign and a dumbbell. Like it's just very. You can do a lot of really She-Hulk things with her that I just love. So excellent choice.
I mean,
Dawn.
obviously, Man Wolf is number one figure of the year.
Of
But
course.
if I'm gonna not give him again, I think the Mysterio figure is really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really
wow.
It is.
Like,
it is.
The effects are really cool. The head's really big and chunky. Like this figure's really, really cool.
Yeah, Mysterio actually does look really good. I'm not going to disagree on that. That's
We love
bravo,
Mysterio.
Sean.
Yeah.
Wow, Sean, look at that. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Way.
Okay, so I guess our final category is worst figure ever of the year.
Okay.
Who's
Can I go?
first?
I'll go. I feel like this figure should have been amazing, and it was not amazing. My choice is Basketball Gambit from the X-Men 97 2-pack. I can't get over what they did to my boy. Why would they why did they use the basketball player? I don't know. It's so unappealing. And I'm not coming from like even my like pervy lusty perspective of it this one time. It's just a really bad figure. Like all of their 97 characters are shredded and have abs and muscles. So the fact that they have just used this weird one-off basketball player mold for him just really put me off to the whole thing.
Right, yeah, are you talking about? I think Jason had mentioned it. Nerd alert! Jason had mentioned the figure. It was they reused the Hasbro reused
It's a starting
Gambit.
lineup.
Is
It's
it
a starting
Is
lineup.
it okay? I didn't know that. Yeah, because like okay.
That line was a huge financial flop for them. They were like $50 figures after all the licensing and likenesses. Like it was a huge, huge flop. So I'm not shocked that they tried to recoup some of the money they invested in it here. And
That's fair.
I can't disagree with a lot of your points, Tammy. However, he wouldn't exist in any capacity at all if they hadn't reused that body. They wouldn't have made a shirtless basketball shorts wearing Gambit. Crop top Gambit, maybe, but they would not have made this figure if this mold did not exist. So, you know, he's not great, but I'm grateful to have him, and I got a cute little crop top for him, and I just think he's
you
the
gave him a
cutest.
crop top. Where
Okay,
did you get
that
crop
actually
top?
ends up looking way better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I mean, yeah, their only mistake is not including the crop top, and I don't know. I mean, you are, of course, you're correct. Like it's a weird looking figure. The joint, this ab joint is very strange. But
Well,
that keep in mind, it had a big plastic overlaid jersey on it that it had to. So that's why the joint looks weird. I just I can't hate on it too much because I honestly don't think it would exist if the starting lineup basketball mold hadn't already existed.
no. I mean, first of all, absolutely not, because we've had shirtless. What's his name? Damien. We've had Damien. We've had Wolverine. We've had Namor.
Were they
Like we.
wearing basketball shorts and
No, but like,
sneakers?
whatever. You just paint those
Did they
on
have
there.
basketballs?
No, thank you for mansplaining that situation to me just now. But I'm just saying we could have gotten a
Mansplaining.
shirtless. We could have gotten a shirtless figure of Gambit, easily. But like, I don't know. Listen, I love the crop top. I love that crop top on there. I think it looks really, really good, and I think that's why it's more disappointing because we've had better shirtless figures, and this was a figure to really go in on to make like everyone, all of us horny fans like into
I
it.
just don't think we would have gotten it. I'm sorry. I don't think we would have got. You're right. There are other shirtless molds out there, but not specific basketball. I don't know. I know
Deadpool,
Hasbro.
you use the Deadpool in his boxers. You use that waist section to make those shorts, and then you use a shirtless character on the top, and that's
Sure.
it. No, but
Okay.
you're right. Like they would have been like, we're not. That's too much work. But anyway, it's a ugly looking toy. Yours looks good because it has the crop top and it hides
Mhm.
all
Yeah,
of the ugliness of the figure.
without a
I
doubt, your
literally
crop
just
top version is. Where? How did you get that?
eBay, baby.
They sell.
I'll
They
Maybe
send
sell
you
crop
the
little
top.
itty
link.
bitty crop tops for Gambit's shirtless
I will
basketball
send you
Marvel
the
Legend.
link.
Please drop that in our group chat. That's
That's
hysterical. Oh
so
my
funny.
god. We're such a great fandom sometimes. I mean, really, sometimes I look at us as a fandom. I'm like, you know what? We nailed that. Like mini crop tops for your Gambit action figures on eBay. How much did you pay if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was like. Let's find out. I don't. I honest to God don't
Wait,
know, but it
let's all
was.
guess before you say it. Javi,
It's
Okay.
gotta be.
what is the going rate for a yeah crop top?
It's gotta be 30.
Ooh, that's a lot. Hold on.
I think Flink would spend $30 on a tiny
Okay.
crop top.
No,
I
Dave,
do think that's too much.
I think somewhere between $15 to
oh,
$18.
I was gonna say 12. Wait, I was gonna say 12.99, but it's not gonna be retail. It's gonna be something like on Etsy. So it's not gonna be a weird
Yeah.
number like
Yeah,
that.
it's gotta be.
It's gonna be
artisanal.
yeah. So it's yeah, exactly. It's like the sourdough bread in the market. It's gonna be. I'm gonna go $15.
Okay. How much?
$10.81 shipped.
Shut up.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
I hope that person knows they're getting ripped off.
I mean,
know they
it
could
also,
definitely.
by the way, it showed up basically overnight too. So
Oh wow.
Also,
Yeah,
my 30 was Canadian, so it was less than what you
sure,
said.
yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. But you're not wrong, and I feel I feel a little bit like that was kind of a read because I would spend $30 on
Of
a
course
tiny
you would.
crop top
That
for
looks so
Gambit.
good. That actually makes that figure a whole new figure. That is worth $30 to me.
It is
Yeah,
worth. It
agreed.
is worth the price for that. It reinvented that figure is so
Yeah.
much better. Yeah, with that there, 100%.
Well, I guarantee you we're going to get crop top Gambit. So
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time.
All right, mine is pretty easy. I don't have to like dwell on it. My least favorite figure was Savage Land Rogue, and I kind of like it was one of those things where the box set went on sale. Sauron was there. Shauna, however you pronounce her fucking name. Shauna was there, and then we got Savage Land Rogue, and then she was sold out initially, and Flink and I were like, how could it have been sold out? And then you messaged me that she was kind of back Flink, and so I ran downstairs. I slipped on the floor going to it, finally logged in, I got her, I felt so rewarded, and she showed up like a week later, and I was like, oh, this is what all the fuss is about? And I didn't think she looked that. Oh, and Lenore was sending me photos of herself with the figure and the basketball Gambit figure too. Like so, the Rogue 2-pack that came with that, and then Savage Land Rogue. And I was like, I need this figure. And then I held her. I was like, this was like absolutely not worth it. So That's why she's at the bottom of the list for me.
She's definitely the worst of the two. Like, her face isn't great. She's basically Shanna painted in rogue colors with an uglier face. So I can agree with that.
That's my opinion. Hammy?
Yeah, I thought it was weird to see it on the list, if I'm being honest. I don't like the figure myself, but I thought maybe people did. And so to see it as your worst one was shocking to me. Like, is the costume not accurate? Do you just not like the way that it's sculpted? I mean, the face is dog ugly. Like, it's a bad face, which can ruin a whole figure.
Yeah, I mean, it's two things for me. One, because I was thinking about this actually when I was on a work call, why I was putting her there. It's the face, it's the hair. I think
Curlier hair.
like curlier hair, like that Jim Lee hair. And I know it's based off of the Marvel Snap, but I think, I'm trying to pull up my internet, is, of course, slowing down here. I'm trying to pull up the Mondo version of this figure, like the bigger size. I think just like that bigger hair looks better, and the boots. I wouldn't have given her like such high boots. I know they're calf size, but I would have made them just not as dramatically big. It is sort of where I would land on that, and maybe actually I would have made this figure the 97 version that we saw if we were going to do the comics accurate version. It's where I land with it. Even though I don't like the 97 version, I want to be very clear. I don't like how it looked in 97, but I would take that version over this.
That Mondo figure is unbelievable. Holy shit.
Yeah, it just loaded for me. It's just like, and the main head, not the ones that are based necessarily off of the anime series, but the one that looks to be a little bit more comics accurate. It's not comics accurate, but I think it looks really good.
See, I have to say with Hammy, like I just googled, I think it looks fine as a figure. Like there's nothing too wrong with it. I think if you're a horny guy, you'll like it. But
That's why it sold out.
Yeah, but I don't like. Yeah, I don't think it's a great figure. I don't think it's a bad figure because I've just found the worst.
It's the equivalent of Battle Damage Spider-Man 2 Straight Man.
Exactly, it is, and you've got to let them have their version of Battle Damage Spider-Man.
Straight Men, you got to let Straight Men have something.
You gotta have.
They don't get a lot
something.
going on.
But I have found the worst figure.
Okay, what is it? Let's hear it.
So I went through to go which figure, to use Hammy's words, sparked the least amount of joy, and it is Uncanny X-Men Jean Grey. This horribly ugly. Oh, hold on. No,
Wait.
the thing is the green. So she's in the green and yellow suit. Oh. She's got the RuPaul the RuPaul lockdown. Yeah, that figure is so ugly. It is.
So
it's X Factor Gene. It's X Factor Gene that you're talking about.
Transition, because my choice is a tie. It is these two Target ladies here. One of them being X Factor Marvel Girl, and the other being Outback Storm. I actually love this Jean costume. It's one of my favorites, and I was really happy that they gave this to us. But they forgot the fucking boots, which is just, with an outfit this simple, to forget a design choice like that is just unforgivable. So it's a great figure otherwise, but it lands on the worst. And Storm is tied with it because this is a gorgeous figure. Look at this cape. It's the best cape that they've ever given her. This is an incredible costume. I've been screaming and crying for Outback Storm for years. But this is the wrong head. This hair, it is a very... Anybody who bought that 5-inch Toy Biz Wave 1 X-Men Storm in 1991 or 1992 at Toys R Us knows that this outfit has a very, very specific hairstyle, and that is the grown-out mohawk. They can make a great representation of this costume all day, and they have. But if it does not have that hair, it's trash to me. It's not correct. It's not even no. It makes me mad. My 2 occasions in this collecting have I actually gotten red in the face during a Hasbro live stream. The first is when Rachel wasn't in the Excalibur 3-pack, and the second was when they revealed Outback Storm, and she didn't have her half mohawk. It's just such a disappointment to get these figures that I've wanted for so long and to have them both be so incorrect. It's just such a bummer. So they had to be the worst for me.
Also,
No words.
her
Sorry.
cape is busted as hell. You're wrong. That looks like
I
a piece
agree.
of construction paper you cut out and glued to the back. That's
They
so
have done
bad.
no, that
That
cape.
is
No,
so
she
wrong.
This is
deserved
exactly how
better.
Mark Silvestri drew it. This is how Mark Silvestri drew it. Take it up with Mark Silvestri and Dan
It's
Green.
not even
I
that.
will.
It's not even it. It's how it drew. It just doesn't translate well with that material. Look, first
It
of all, that
looks
storm.
so good. You're crazy.
No, do you know
No,
what it reminds me of? Okay, only Dayspring's probably old enough to remember. Do you remember the DC figures? Like they had Superman, Batman, Martian
Yes.
Manhunter. It must have been like the 80s, and it had like tiny little plastic thing that you could clip onto the back, and it was like fabric cape,
Yes.
which inevitably you would lose, so your action figure would always be capeless. That's like an 1981 fabric cape.
It's
Yeah.
so bad. Yeah.
First of all, yes, I am old enough to remember that, but so are the other bitches on the Zoom.
I'm
Hey,
old enough too, and I'm really, really pleased that you don't think I am.
it's because your hairline is so low you can't see the wrinkles on your forehead.
It's true. It's true. It's my Neanderthal forehead.
Oh, they have done
I love
better
the cape.
capes.
Sorry.
They have done better capes for Marvel Legends. I mean, what's the name? Mysterio being one of them. I think they could do better for Storm. And also, I find it insulting that Storm, being a flagship X-Men IP character, still gets this mold reused. I'm tired of that face. That
This is
face was
new.
great. No, I'm sorry. The face, the head. The head is not
Okay.
new.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need a new head
okay.
for Storm. Fine, you're absolutely right about the body, but like I want a new head sculpt for Storm. She's deserving of it.
This was
They-
this was the time. This was the time they should have done that.
yeah, I don't get it, but the Jean, honestly, first of all, I think the one with the head with the cap looks really great, but without the cap, I think looks garbage. And the fact that they didn't paint the yellow boots on her, this is why she's a peg warmer at Target. I mean, we're not even talking just a peg warmer. This is like an entire wall of X Factor jeans right here in Jersey City.
So
which
if
is
if
absurd.
I had that jean, I'd repaint her to be RuPaul during lockdown at the finale.
The face
Face
beanie,
Keeney.
The face kini, yeah, that's the
and
only
then
thing.
it would go on the mirror.
And then it would go in the mirror.
Gosh,
I think it's a good figure. Aside from
you
the
think it's a
boots.
good figure? You have her on your worst list, the worst one. She was literally
Did you
tied.
hear me explain? It's like you weren't
No, she's
listening.
not. It's not. She is not good. She is not. And by the way, I was even for
I
it
disagree.
when they announced it on the stream. I was like, okay, they can repaint her as red, and I'll be happy. Until I held this figure, and then I
What's
was like,
wrong with her
absolutely.
besides the boots?
I don't like the second head. Are you listening to me? The second head looks goofy. Don't like it at all. And then the power effect. I don't even understand how you're supposed to have the power effect there with the cow head. Sorry.
I used sticky tack and it worked perfectly.
Well, I don't have sticky tack. Like, where does anyone even buy sticky tack? Sticky tack?
There's
Sticky
a
tack?
man
How do
who
you call-
goes hunting for toys. Where does one even
Yeah.
buy a simple craft
So-
supply?
When you're at Target,
Yeah.
go to the
Where?
office
Where at
supply
Target?
section.
But what does it even look like? I don't know. I don't know ticky
Oh my
tack.
god, I cannot
would
help
you
you
use
tack?
Why
with
would you
this.
even use my ticket? Sticky tack? Ticky tack? What do you call it?
This is
No, I fucking no. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll give you
I'm
that the body
Amazoning
looks
him.
great.
I'm gonna send you some
Please.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Please
happy
send him some
birthday.
sticky tack.
And
Oh my
I'll
God.
send them to each of your houses. How's that? That's how much
Thank
I love
you.
you.
Dude, I'm good.
Dang it, yes. All right. Anything else we need to say?
So okay, what's your one figure for next year?
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
You get one.
Announce or that we want? Like
No, that you want.
or imply. Or that we
That
want
you want.
anything.
So when we
Sky's
get to the list next year, like we get to this
Okay.
list next year, and you're like, I'm so glad that figure was released, but no like massive description, just like blurt out who you want. Spring.
Okay, I think I want Doug Ramsey for Cohen era with a warlock arm and sword. Like I want Doug Ramsey like that. That's where I'm gonna land.
Hammy.
Alan Cumming Nightcrawler.
New or old like version?
I'm gonna say new. I'm gonna say new because I think the costume will be great. But old, I would love to get it. Actually, the original figure's pretty sick already.
Yeah, that
So new.
original figure really holds up.
New.
Flickman?
Totally out of left field. Harry Leland. We got to finish the Hellfire Club.
There we go.
That's fair.
We
That's
we
fair.
can't have a podcast without complaining about a team that isn't finished.
That's really. I think. I mean, we could go all day. We could get the acolytes now that we have Fabian Cortez. But if we're talking like teams that we have almost every member of that we just need to finish, let's get that fat boy out here and let's finish the Hellfire Club.
John?
Doom 2099 in the
Oh,
blue
yeah.
cape specifically.
There
Well,
he is.
thankfully, Doom in the blue cape, and oh my god, why am I totally blanking on who you just said, Hammy? Oh,
Alan
Alan
Cumming,
Cummings. Alan Cumming, Nightcrawler is on the rumored list, as is Doug Ramsey. I don't know about Harry though. Let's
He's
see.
not. Listen, I'm gonna advocate for him until we get him. I'm gonna confront them to their face. So.
Oh my god, we have to do
This is
that.
just how the game goes now.
Toy Fair and New York Comic Con. That's where we're gonna get Hasbro.
Listen, they've given me a taste of what I want, and now I'm mad with power, and I'm just going to carry this energy forward for as far as it'll get me.
that
But
Richter
what I
moment.
really need is I need a Jennifer Garner Elektra. Jennifer Garner, please sign the Image release waiver to Hasbro and Hot Toys. I don't know why you're holding out, but I know you are. Sign the fucking waiver. I love you.
It's because of her. She's probably not approving it. If it's two companies, the
I
common
know, this is
denominator
why
is Jennifer
I'm
Garner and her
speaking.
people. Oh,
I'm
you're speaking to
speaking
Jennifer Garner. Okay,
talking
I
to
thought, you
To
were,
Jennifer
again.
Garner and
I
telling
thought you were
her.
talking to Ryan Ting. I'm sorry, not Ryan Ting.
No,
Sorry.
I'm telling Jennifer Garner to sign the waiver. I'm sure it's ugly, but I don't care. Just
Yeah.
give us a Jennifer Garner action figure. I will literally buy 50. Literally. Every alias she ever had on that damn show.
What do we have coming up? Anything we want to plug, Sean? Why don't we kick off with you?
Well, Christmas is coming. That's something, right?
You're like a
so
retired cosplayer.
Oh my
let's-
god, you know what? Christmas really needed a little PR boost, thank you.
Let's plug Christmas. You've got New Year's Eve, New Year's Day,
Oh,
not to be forgotten, and then you know what? We're almost at Valentine's Day, so
that's beautiful.
I
yeah.
love that. Do you have any cosplay? You're like retired.
No, what do we have coming up? Hammy's coming to visit in the
I'm
UK
coming to
soon,
visit the UK soon.
so
Take
that's
me.
that's my new exciting thing.
Yeah.
I'm never going to Texas, so I'm never going to meet Flag.
No, what I love is hold
I
on.
like to leave Texas.
I know. I
Thank
know.
I think the last time Hammy left, he said, "I'm never coming back to London," and then like 2 weeks later, like, "So I'm coming back to London."
That's how it
I
goes
think
for
Hammy
me.
also told me he would not be traveling to the United States for the foreseeable future, and that's why he couldn't come see me at New York Comic Con or any of the other times I was up in New York. You know, not traveling to the U.S. How's that self-imposed travel ban going, Hammy?
I couldn't refund a few things, okay? So I may have slipped and dipped my toes into the US waters, but this is why I'm going to London again, because I hate that godforsaken country called America.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you can
Listen,
come to
I
New
can't
York
blame
as we have Mamdami. Like, come on.
That's true,
Like,
I
you
do
can
want
go-
to support him.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
can do
support
you can do
him.
that. Okay, that's fun, but no cosplay, Sean. Right? No cosplay. No.
Nothing
Okay. Sorry.
on the docket.
How about you, Hammy? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I guess just my Patreon stuff. I have no cons coming up. I've actually taken a break from cosplay as well. So I'm not creating anything new this month or next month. I'm doing kind of a retrospective 10-year look back at everything I've done so far for the next 2 months to kind of combat some burnout with costume designing. So, yeah, laziness is what I'm up to.
Please. What about you, Flink?
Same old, just working hard for Heritage Comics, shilling art and rare books. We've been all over the news lately. We sold a copy of Superman #1 for $9 million. It has a really cool story attached to it. If you haven't heard, I don't know how, because it was everywhere, it seems like. Look it up. It's a great story. Other than that, man, I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep a lot over this Christmas break, and I'm excited about it.
Can't wait to sleep. That's all I want to do. Yeah, I think I wake up and I think to myself, who do I want on Power of X-Men? I'll just email those people. And I did a round of emailing today, so we'll see what becomes of it. But other than that, whatever comes out on the pod, we have going there. I also have taken a break from cons. I can't do cons anymore. It's too much. So,
Cons are out. Cons were 2024. This was the transitionary year, and 2026 they're out.
I definitely want to do MegaCon in March. I do want to do MegaCon. I think that's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite cons. That's it. As things come up, we'll air them on Power of X-Men.
And at some point, we will be returning to our Grant Morrison new X-Men coverage. In fact, I've got some time over the break. We'll have to we'll have to iron this out.
Well, hang on, let me hit
It'll be
pause.
a year and 2 months, won't it, boys?
And we're done. We'll see you guys next week.